Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to GrowedUpGeek Gaming, your home for narrative and roleplay focused Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live play campaigns. It's Wednesday night, which means we present our high-level limited campaign, Dynasty of Dragons, this evening. We have a special surprise in store for everybody. Before we get to our amazing episode, we'll meet everybody, we'll do a quick recap, and then we will jump right in. I'll start. I'm Manny at GrowedUpGeek on your social media, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. If you like what we do here, give us a follow, subscribe, like, high five, fist bump, whatever shows your affirmation. We just love the support and to know that people are watching. All right, enough about me. Let us meet our amazing cast after our impromptu hiatus. Let us start down the far end in another top secret location as he films for his own safety. Tim, tell us about Umdar. And when we left off, she was taking a fabulous bath in a magnificently appointed magical mansion, because alliteration rocks. How good's that bath feel? And then tell us a little bit about your character. And I think you're muted, buddy. There we go.
Umdar is a half-orc monk who still just getting to really know the new party that she's joined. Had a candid conversation with Daemion before drawing this fabulous Goldilocks of baths. It's just perfect temperature to loosen Umdar's joints and muscles after a hard couple of days in the bush, so to speak. So she's contemplating her recent conversation and thoughts of a dream that she had the night before continue to interrupt the more constructive, more meditative and contemplative thoughts that she's trying to process.
Okay. Always feels good to be relaxed. Plus, it's magic, so of course it's perfectly on point in temperature and everything. Yeah. Solarian knows what he's doing, we would imagine. All right, moving over to kind of the gear driving this little portion of the campaign in their search for scrolls. Ironically, as the party heads towards a mansion, apparently chock full of them. Funny how that works. Nick, tell us about Banquo. And when we left you, you were, while Umdar was taking a bath, you were just kind of roaming around this mansion. Were you hoping to see anything?
Just kind of looking at it. It's a spell that Banquo has never seen before, and he's just looking at the ins and outs of it, you know. Soldier scholar, he's always looking to learn that kind of thing, see if this thing were attacked and how he would defend himself, that kind of thing. Banquo, he's usually a happy-go-lucky, jolly kind of guy, but this quest that we've embarked on has made him try to take things a little bit more seriously. But he's also always, in his pursuit of knowledge, especially in the form of scrolls.
Fabulous. Maybe we will find some in the mansion that is currently being raided for them. We will slide over to our Oath of the Dragon Slayer Paladin. Daemion, when we last left you, you had made a very strong connection between the presence of a dragon vault and something usually amiss in the area. You were pretty insistent that a lot of the things that you'd been encountering were direct results of the presence of a dragon, giving you the idea that you were on kind of the right track. Tell us about your character, and then just this very strong conviction that you have about the kind of state of things and the presence of a dragon.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while now, and we've seen plenty of these, and Daemion may not be the smartest, but he can recognize a pattern. Every single one of these vaults that we've seen so far has had some oddness in the surrounding area, some large scale unusual activity. And he's just getting used to, at this point, the idea that, just follow the weird shit and you'll be probably headed in at least the right direction.
It's probably a safe assumption. Just if it's weird, that's probably we're going in the right direction. So just keep following weird. The second it gets boring, then all right, lads, turn around. We're going the wrong way. All right. Let us slide over to our cleric, who they reminded me before the show started that spent a good portion of the last episode as a vegetable, victim of an intellect devourer. Turned you into the golden corral of D&D. Eric, tell us about Gib, and you've had a personal growth arc over the last 4 or 5 episodes, from randomly opening doors that you shouldn't to helping the party out along the way.
Yeah, so Gib is currently spending some time in prayer, because I think he's pretty exhausted, having his mind turned into scrambled eggs there for a bit. So he's a little fuzzy. He can't exactly remember what happened, and I think that'll serve me pretty well, since we had a little bit of a break as well. So yeah, but he's excited to be here and learning a bit more about what this is all about, and he's feeling good about kind of being brought into the fold.
All right. Last and not least, making their triumphant return to the show, from rabid fan back to regular cast member. Robin, first of all, welcome back. Tell us about Tess and what Tess has been up to for the last little bit.
Tess is a half drow, half halfling, artificer, wizard, and now paladin, though she hasn't taken an oath yet. And since she's entered the Dragon Ball back in the Feywilds, this has always been very much about sharing of knowledge. So there's been I have shamefully lost some of my notes, so I don't remember that dragon's name. But there's been a lot of conversations about what was your life like back then? Where have you been? Here's where I've been. Do you want to learn how to be a smith? I don't know. You're a dragon. That might be cool. And a lot of fulfilling the oath of a watcher.
Nice. All right. So that is our amazing cast. All right. Last time we left off, the party recently in the company of Talervin the Traveler, a noted powerful wizard who eventually divulged that the mansion the party was headed to was actually his. Prior to meeting him, they met some members of an order dedicated to kind of going back to restore the mansion and the works of the wizard to a higher esteem, rather than this place that just seems to be looted by bandits and other people interested in the collection stored in the house. Along their travels, the party was once again ambushed by some Grey Renders and intellect devourers, and what are the Beholderkins? Mind witnesses. As they seem drawn to Banquo and Telerin for something in their possession, as each one of them seems to have something that these creatures that appear out of nowhere seem to want, all the while mentioning a name from the past, Illithrax, in the phrase repeated over and over again: Illithrax must have its tribute. After successfully navigating combat and finishing the last of their travels, the party was faced with nighttime, to which their wizard companion cast Magnificent Mansion, and as we all kind of mentioned at the top of the show, everybody was engaged in some activity overnight as morning comes. But before we do that, let us get to how the night passes, and we are here for... Damn it, I totally forget. Episode 18, A Dynasty Made Whole. been traveling, fighting, being restored from near idiocy imposed on you by other creatures. And at the behest and at the invitation of this wizard, he cast Magnificent Mansion. It is gorgeous. It is just unbelievably relaxing as everybody settled into a task. We'll start with Gib. You find like a quiet little room in the back. Tavera, not much of a religious kind of individual, but a quiet little room in the back with where a window would be, looking out into the night sky. And as you engage in prayer, your mind and your kind of senses are flooded with a very familiar night sky. Stars exactly where you expect them to be, to the point where you could point them out to anybody who asked. And instead of bringing you comfort, this familiar night sky under which a Twilight Cleric operates, it brings you like unease. And before you're able to really determine what it is that robs you of this calm that you expect, the voice of Selûne comes to you and says, "Be faithful, my child. The lights that guide you are changing, but a change is not extinguished. Do not lose hope. Protect your brethren from the impending darkness." And she's going to grant you a little holy boon of what's it called? Inspiration. You're going to get basically a do-over for the day, as she has decided that you need all the help you can get in guiding your party. Her voice brings you comfort, and even though it is obvious that the stars in the sky have moved, her voice and her holy boon bring you a little bit of solace in these uncertain times.
Gib's feeling really comforted by that.
Hey, and if not, I got a chance to do it over. Umdar, you are in the largest bathtub that I imagine a being of your lineage. Tubs are kind of a hard thing to find. I'm a slightly above average human, and I don't fit in a lot of bathtubs. So I imagine Umdar has probably got quite the struggle. As if, a bespoke bathtub was created in the conjuring of this spell. Fits perfectly. Arms are right at the right spot. You're not up too high. Water comes just below your chin. And you just feel unbelievably relaxed and centered as you sit there in your quiet kind of meditation, in the same kind of clarity that would come from like hot yoga or something along those lines. You got like a good sweat, muscles are relaxed, you feel good, and inasmuch you feel that you could really go take on the world in the morning, and you too will be granted inspiration for the day.
Yes, the aches and knots have been cleared from my body, and my mind is feeling clearer than it has in weeks as well.
Nice. The magical resort. Banquo. Ever curious? You wander about the house. Nothing too special or revealing about the mansion or its owner, conjurer. But as you make your way, essentially through the entirety of the mansion, you notice that there are a lot of pictures, paintings of him or his male relatives, as they seem to be more or less his face, but like of different ages and different locations. It's odd. There's not a painting in this mansion that is not of himself or a male relative. And then, not finding much else, you'll head up to the library where you'll find Daemion. Daemion, you've been looking mostly at the subjects, the collections of books, and you're going to find books about the following subjects. Just creatures of the multiverse. My man's really into, creatures and species and studying them and the such. Another significant section of books dedicated to evolution of species. Darwinian evolution, straight up. Another section about apex predators and how they came to be. And last, a large collection about cloning.
And I mean, one has to assume that the books that are here are of his choosing. The first few made sense, but a cloning book, it's a little interesting. Might be worth a read. Got to do something while the shorter-lived races are asleep anyway.
The biological sleep.
Couldn't be me.
The book covers both like legit arcane magical means of cloning, humans, beasts, any type of living thing, as well as much more kind of scientific and, I don't want to say like real world, but like practical ways of achieving the same goal, perhaps to a better result, falling back to, the idea of evolution, that something continuously bred into something is better than just a photocopy.
Not sure about that, but, academics are not exactly Daemion's strong suit either. Definitely has more of a leaning towards the arcane. Like, my thought is, like, if cloning is the goal, a perfect copy is, like, you can't be better than that. Like, if it's not a perfect copy, it's not a clone. It's just something similar. Sounds more like somebody's trying to, create an army or a new species or something.
Maybe both. All right.
Oh God, it's the Uruks.
They're digging big old holes right now. There's not a tree in sight. All right. That's how you kind of spent your immediate time after being invited into the mansion. Does anyone have anything else they would like to do before morning? Once, twice, sold. Good.
Is there? Oh, I guess we're still in the mansion, so yeah, never mind.
Right.
Sold.
All right. Morning comes. Daemion, I imagine you studied up pretty good, yeah, as much as you could.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best opportunity I've had to pass the time in a while. Normally, I just have to entertain myself.
You got to read. What would you say you read the most on?
The cloning was pretty interesting. If I had a second choice, I think the bit about apex predators sounded interesting.
Okay. The apex predators basically, or the bulk of the collection was about the effects of an apex predator moving into like a new environment and its effect on the environment given its place like in the new hierarchy of the environment. Like it's an apex predator where it started. How does it work if it slides over to next door and either is the apex predator still or suddenly falls into like the middle of the hierarchy of the food chain? Invasive species, essentially.
To know.
All right. Cool.
Dragons, cough, cough.
So morning comes. The House of Servants is very much abuzz with breakfast and all the things that you would require. Varen sits right outside or inside the front door to the mansion, just very excited in the morning to leave. Anybody have anything they want to do in the morning before setting out?
Yeah, eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Full spread. Everything you can imagine, and even when you subconsciously mention, man, it'd be really good right now, some blah, blah, blah. Like, it almost seems to, like, a servant with it in its hands just, boom, puts it down in front of you. There's more food before you than any 4 beings could reasonably eat.
Hey, Banquo, you know what I could really go for?
What's that?
A weapon to destroy all of my foes.
One of the servants runs in the back, comes back under their apron. You see something very long protruding. Please don't send me to HR. And then boom, just hits it down, shatters the plate, knocks stuff off the table. I'm sorry, sir. This is 2 days ago's bread. It is the closest that we have to being able to slay anything.
You know what? Points for effort. I am taking the rock hard baguette. And if I don't kill something with it by the end of this session, I'm going to be real disappointed. You never know when you're going to need to deal bludgeoning damage.
You should make it your hex weapon.
Oh, okay. All right. I did this to myself. So, all right. So as you all eat, the servant, unsure that Daemion genuinely wants to take the baguette, kind of stands there expectantly, realizes that I guess you're serious, and okay. You can almost hear them muttering under their breath, weird flex, but okay, as they kind of bugger off back to the kitchens.
Man, everyone knows the joke weapons in video games are always the most powerful.
I feel like this is going to turn into Dead Rising here real quick. Like, is there a shopping cart lying around? It's got a shopping cart and this glaive. Who's got rope? Tensor's flying disc. Attaching a glaive to it and spinning it around.
Some of the stuff you can make is absolutely insane.
I didn't play very much of the second one.
I saw somebody make basically a lightsaber.
I've watched the video and I was just like, the controls are tanky as fuck and just Capcom games. Anyway, so as you all sit there to eat, and even after you've been eating for several minutes and the large quantities start to have like a dent made in them, more food just continues to arrive. Different cuisines, different preparations. And the whole time, Wizard's just kind of standing there leaning on the door, looking pretty impressed with himself.
Yeah. Gibb is just eating everything that's put in front of him. And he's, whoever he's sitting next to has got to be miserable, because Gibb's like, oh, you're going to eat that? As he's like taking something off of people's plates and
spitting crumbs at them and stuff. Ugh.
Yeah.
What's worth eating at the table? Anything particularly good that I should
Like I said, it's
waste
all
my effort on?
he was.
I'm asking. Umdar's asking Gib.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's good. And this pie over here, it's not usually for breakfast, but you should definitely have it for breakfast.
I'll try a slice of pie. That sounds.
Yeah, and you know, this wine ain't too bad either. I know it's 8:30 in the morning, but you know, water isn't good. So
There's water in the wine.
yeah, exactly. See, he just gives like Banquo a good old slap on the back, and you know.
Never turn down magically created food.
Absolutely.
Especially when it's pie for breakfast. I think that's a rule.
Mm-hmm.
After almost an hour of just gorging yourselves, and even when you think you're done, something new appears out of the kitchen that catches your eye. And as you were full, like beyond comprehension, to have eaten such a large meal before you're about to set out on a journey on foot, Tavern sits there by the door, once again, just really, really proud of himself. I have traveled from all over the world, and I've seen just about everything there is to eat. And every time I have guests, I make sure to show them the breadth of the beauty of this world and the food that it displays. And kind of sits there. If there's nothing else any of you would like, may we get going? I am so anxious to get home. As you can imagine, I've heard horrible things happening, and I would like to return home as soon as possible.
I think I'm good. Mansion's not going to last too much longer anyway.
Yeah.
I think we got best use out of it we could.
I've had my fill.
Yeah, this respite was exactly what I needed.
Opens the door, guides you all out. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed your stay. And as you all step outside, just crushes into itself into a little singularity. He looks back on it kind of longingly, and very well, the road before us then. We have Byzanter just right down this road here to the south, if anybody would like to stop in town. Or we do have whatever, and he kind of points to the sky, and you can still see this kind of rising cloud of dust, smoke, something from just around like kind of the curve in the mountain. It is up to you. I am reliant on your companionship for safety, so I will go where you go. Town is very lovely as far as towns go. It's not the wizards I would worry about.
Oh, can you say more on that? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Byzanter is one of the few non-wizard dominated cities here in Thay.
Yeah. Well, who does run the city?
Their thieves guild, access to the water, the sea and fallen stars. It's a thievery and kind of pirate haven.
Makes sense.
Well, I am curious what kind of goods can be found. I was already interested before I knew there was a probable black market there.
You had your curiosity.
Yeah, well, you know, always game for a little property reallocation.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm taking it from people that stole it from someone else.
Yeah. It's fair game at that point.
All right. So, Pirate Haven it is. All right.
Sounds,
I think Gib is.
reasonable
I think he's interested in bringing the light of Salune to these pirates.
Yeah.
By force, if
in a
necessary.
very violent way, because he doesn't really like highwaymen. Quite literally, his job has been knocking them out on a regular basis. So
In before the dragon hunting campaign becomes a high seas campaign.
And
Well, it's
buckle
right
some
there.
squash.
All right. He seems quite ecstatic. Oh, if we're going to town, I have a few things that I may get to have when we return to my home. Very well, then. Right this way. Be mindful. They're very inhospitable to non-wizards. And just as he says that, you see nothing.
inhospitable or hospitable?
Inhospitable. All signs like just strewn every couple hundred feet along the side of the road. All visitors to Byzanter must be in the presence of a wizard. No unaccompanied adventurers permitted.
Wow, what do wizards look like in Day?
Like the antithesis of that other town we went to.
Oh.
The no wizards town.
This is the get back. This is the other coast. It's a polarized nation, man. somewhere there's a bastion for the other side. This is it.
What do you think, Banquo? You think you can look like a wizard if you have to? Luckily, we already have one with us, but
Banquo will reach down to his component pouch, pull out his wand, his arcane focus, play it, because it's also a recorder. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing. He's got his book of scrolls. I look somewhat wizardly, as long as you walk around with a wizard hat and a clipboard full of scrolls, nobody will bother you in most cases.
It's true.
Look like you belong. Got it. You make your way. The road, the grasslands, all the long grass still kind of touched down. You see the sea, the town before you. And every so many feet, another sign. No unaccompanied adventurers. All visitors must be in the presence of a wizard at all times. And none of these are meant to be informative so much as intimidating. They are scrawled in, threatening fonts, if you will. Some of them may even be written in blood. You are not sure. And as you keep walking, eventually you come up on this walled town, and just outside of the gates, Banquo and Daemion are going to recognize a familiar little half-drow halfling, kind of puttering about, almost looking expectantly at their arrival.
Tess is gonna, just about as they're walking into view, look up, and she's gonna start to say something like quick-witted and like, I had this cool line planned, and it just kind of falls out of her mouth, and she just gives us like a shy little wave instead. Says, you guys are right on time.
What are you doing here?
I've been keeping an eye. She looks a little bit older now, like not crazy older, but she's definitely got like a little bit more of the armored look. Looks a lot sturdier than the last time you saw her and comes to join you. Seemed like maybe this wasn't the right time for me to leave just yet.
what about the dragon? You were so certain that you had to stay.
Time passes differently in the Feywild. At the time, yeah, it was very important I stayed. Things are shifting rapidly up there, so I think I can watch a little better from out here, if that makes sense.
Well, what happened with the Eladrin?
Manny, what happened to the Eladrin?
You don't know. They never showed up.
Because they pushed in at the very end.
Yeah, and that was it. Like, they made it in, you stayed. They just kind of froze and walked out.
Yeah, ended without bloodshed. Dragons are powerful, and we're lucky enough that that our friend back there didn't take the path we encountered. Who are your buddies here?
Oh, well, you know how Gwendolyn likes to meddle.
Tell us not the worst thing that you guys weren't all alone on the road.
I don't know. We might have been a little bit more successful if someone had blown up the cart we were looking for.
Accidents happen. Kind of gives Gib a like friendly nod and just like, hey, been there, blown something up when I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I mean, Gib is he's pretty excited. He's heard a bit about Tess. Kind of gives Daemion a little side eye. Not too much though. Yeah.
Nice to meet your acquaintance.
I'm Tess, by the way. Nice to meet you both.
Umdar, female half-orc. For your, just so you're aware.
Yeah. Gib turns to Umdar and says, "You don't. I mean, people can look at you. They see what you are."
Hey, everybody is free to identify how they like to. It is very nice to meet you, Umdar.
I often get questions on my my heritage. I find it's easiest to squash that conversation as early on as possible. Yeah.
I can relate to that for sure.
Umdar and Gib, this was on the same road with us before we met y'all.
Yeah, they know. We've talked about her a couple of times in their presence.
That's right.
Remind me again, though, why did you part ways?
Tess very, like, she very obviously to Gib and Umdar, like, holds back because she's terrible at lying and looks at, I was about to say Resnick, looks at Banquo and Daemion and just kind of is like, hey, how much do they know kind of look. Had a other business to deal with.
Fair enough.
14 on them.
They're here to help us.
We've been, we understand that there are some potentially powerful objects that you've been sent to retrieve by Gwendolyn, but you're uncertain of her motives, and so at this point it seems like the party might be collecting these objects and deciding later what to do with them, just keeping them safe.
And what do you think about that?
I still have my questions, but these new companions, Daemion and Banquo, and Gib as well, have been pretty true and trustworthy. So if they suspect that Gwendolyn is up to something, I have to assume that they're acting in my own best interest, as they have all along.
I mean, you've met her, right?
I've met Gwendolyn. Yeah, I've done some jobs for her. I don't typically question my orders because she's continued to give me work, but this seems a little bit bigger than some of the jobs that I've done in the past. I think that there was potential world-ending consequences if I understood Daemion correctly.
Or so we assume.
I will let you know, Umdar. I used to work a lot with the Lord's Alliance. Like, I work directly for them, not as contract work or anything. I had a lot of trust in when Daemion's the one that kind of, had his qualms, and I was skeptical, but just be careful around her. I don't know when we're next going to see her.
Yeah, and up to this point, we seem to have avoided the gaze of the Lord's Alliance, at least in any intrusive manner. So hopefully we can.
They're definitely watching.
Sometimes think that I was sent perhaps to be one of these watchers, but I haven't reported back.
I think that's where Tess is just kind of like, I'm just going to keep my own counsel on this for a second. Just, all right, this is a lot of, I don't know you at all.
So, are you still loyal to Gwendolyn and the Alliance?
Would
Always a good sign when you have to think that hard about it.
No, I'm trying to think of how to phrase
Definitive
it.
yes.
Umdar's afraid that she just sold the party out to one of Gwendolyn's most loyal
Would it-
lieges.
I think the most comforting answer that I can give is that I'm loyal to the people of favor. That's always why I was with the Lord's Alliance. And I think that change needs to come to better protect them. Sorry if that's not as
Well, I agree that they could use some improvement, and if what Daemion suspects is true, perhaps we'll have some constructive feedback for Gwendolyn when we see her again.
Is that what we're calling it?
I was saying constructive feedback. I like it.
Yeah. If you want, you can roll like an insight check on Tess.
Check my insight score. Insight is wisdom, right? Yeah.
Wisdom.
So a 21.
Tesserana is entirely disillusioned by the Lord's Alliance. Like, whatever she came here with, like something has changed dramatically recently. And she is very bad at hiding it.
Okay. I imagine there's lots of eye rolling and scoffing that you don't even realize that you're doing while we're having this conversation.
She's not so bluntly rude. Like she tries very hard to be a polite person, but there is like a strain in her voice when she tries to talk about it.
Umdar can tell that there's something that you're leaving left unsaid.
Yeah, like and y'all did just talk about the fact that you are being watched.
Well, trust you won't be filing this in any field reports.
Oh, they don't pay me for that right now, I don't think.
Gib turns to Umdar and is like, should we have been filing reports?
Ideally, no.
I just sent in my
The only-
reimbursements.
The only reports I file are with these two guys.
Yeah, it's not like Gwendolyn would read them anyway.
If you put your cover letters on your TPS reports, she might.
I mean, we should maybe do like expense reports. But
You guys
Nah.
getting paid?
You guys
I'll
haven't
just mail her
asked-
the
yeah,
bill.
I was saying you haven't asked for a receipt once.
we also haven't bought much.
I've been keeping track up here.
As you
Head
all
of Liable
stand
Tavern.
and kind of get caught up, Severin just kind of somewhat aloof, not really engaged in the conversation, just kind of looking around, and like an ADD kid in something shiny just saw something and just kind of took off. And as he takes off, he's like, I'll meet you right back here at the gate when we're done, bye. And he just kind of like scurries away quickly.
So much for an
Tess-
escort.
Tess jumps a little because she straight up did not see that guy there.
Oh, hey. Bye.
There he goes.
Were we able to get into the city before he abandoned us?
No, Tess is standing right outside the gate. It's open. The people stationed in the watchtower, they're keeping an eye on you, but nobody's, said anything.
Do we run after him?
I think that we just wait for an explosion and then head that direction.
Tess looks at Gib, given what was just said about him.
Don't touch anything.
No, not touching, just like, is it coming? I've missed a lot of in-jokes kind of look.
You want to chase after him, or are you just going to kind of let him go be weird?
No, he's gonna get in trouble. He's not in his right mind.
Yes, we're what's the worst that you could get up to, really?
Well, let's see. You slept in the same mansion I did, right?
Yeah, it was lovely. It had a dragon claw bathtub that I could actually fit in, and it was magnificent.
Given the amount of magical prowess it takes to do something like that, and his just general state of mind, I'd say he could get into a lot of trouble.
Like casting spells?
Even
Any?
one.
Yeah, just any.
I guess,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we're still in the. As a non-magic user, I've not befallen the folly of using magic in this area. You thank you for the reminder there. Perhaps, yeah. Why did we bring him?
Well, I mean, he brought us.
Perhaps we should leave him outside, and he can meet us at the gate. We can meet him at the gates when we're done.
You set Thorn half turn just to keep an eye on him from the skies.
I don't know what I want to do. He's such a pain. But we're probably going to need him. I don't know. When did he say? Did he just say when we're done?
Yeah.
Ugh. Fucking wizards, man.
Hey,
Does he want to
Neither
meet us
late
here?
nor early.
Exactly what he intends to.
I mean, yeah.
Whatever. Let's just see if there's anything worth doing here.
You see through this magically illuminated kind of archway gate with this amazing, like, magical blue light kind of raining down, like the tunnel at a wrestling show or the entrance to a nightclub, despite it being early morning and the sun being out. Still kind of whatever. So you make your way through. Everybody seems to almost intentionally be minding their own business. Nobody in the streets or on the side of the roads appears to be engaged in conversation with each other. Everybody has this very kind of like hunched over, cowl up, darting eyes kind of posture as they move through the streets.
This is my kind of place.
As you would expect by the oft effects of magic in the area, it is hard to tell a caster from a non-caster, as there appear to be zero displays of magic. even some of the most rudimentary like creature comforts that everybody has grown accustomed to are completely absent. Everything is an actual flame for lights. Everything is actually pumped with gravity. There's nothing magical making this town go. It is if you were transported back in time or to a place devoid of magic, as carts are pulled by pack animals or things are carried by actual people, just as far as the eye can see. Straight down from the gate, the main thoroughfare takes you to what looks to be a large city square. And then most of the houses, save for a couple large distinct ones, appear to be just kind of ramshackle, like shanty houses. In all directions. Where would you all like to head?
You know, given the state of this place, it almost looks like someone blew it up once.
Would you say that this is a noisier and dirtier town than one that benefits from occasional magic cleanup crew? And
I would say it's more for the citizens of this town than the lack of magic. Even with magic, this place would probably be still kind of a shithole.
Is there any? You said they're mostly like shanty buildings along the way, but are there any kind of larger residences or like a keep or
just down as you head into town on the right, you see one of the few multi-story structures. It looks to be a very large inn. And as you come across it, it's named the Stolen Seagull. As you get closer, coming up on the Stolen Seagull on your right as you head towards the center of town, in front of you appears to be the market of town. And then to your left, just off of the market, there is a very large structure with this iron fence around it. Two guards standing outside the gate to this structure, and everybody's dressed in black. They seem to be a presence of authority in what appears to be a town that seems somewhat lawless, maybe, as it were.
are they only in this complex that's surrounded by the Iron Gate, or
just
do you
out,
see them wandering?
as far as you've seen, up through the gate to the market at number 2, this is the only place you've seen them.
Organized crime looks the same no matter where you are, I guess.
You can tell it's organized crime because they're all wearing a uniform.
Independent contractors, my ass. The market, as you make your way around, seems to be full of not only black market stolen goods, but also perhaps an abundance of scrolls. All of them very, very nice. Not the kind that you would see typically for sale in an open air market, but something much more for the kind of, artisanal art, arcane crowd who wants their scrolls on like something very nice, or went through the effort of actually crafting that scroll themselves. But these aren't just vendor commercial quality. Here's your, dominate person, give me your 500 gold and let's move on. These all appear to be very nice, as well as a variety of other items. All of them probably of dubious origin.
These look like Prismari scrolls.
that mean you want to stop and take a look?
No, but I know you do. I'm just more remarking on the fact that there is definitely no Prismari mages here. So, begs the question where they got them.
So,
Wouldn't mind taking a look.
Is there a vendor
Yeah.
for these scrolls?
Almost every table has one or two. Even if it seems, rather like disparate away from like the rest of their wares. Just
they're used as currency.
it's a saturated market.
For scrolls.
Scrolls are way
Oh.
down.
I'll walk up to the closest one and see what kind of scrolls he's got. I'll hit myself with the guidance before I kind of start bustling through the crowds.
Is that
Really?
is that a spell or an ability?
Yeah, no, I forgot. We're still in the anti-magic field.
Not anti-magic.
No, quite the,
Wild
quite the opposite.
Wild magic.
Super
yeah.
magic.
Roll me a D100, please.
Yeah.
All right.
We're fucked.
Hope that D4 was worth it, buddy.
I am right beside him.
Yeah, it better make it or break it, huh?
Cheap time.
100.
This is gonna be when he rolls the fireball and nukes the whole fucking market.
80.
80?
Yeah.
God.
Round 0.
Okay, you got lucky.
Set up for us.
As you seek the arcane blessing of assistance, you cast your spell. You feel slightly inspired. What the fuck just happened to my monitor? And in your inspiration, a sprout of butterflies flies out from behind you, leaving a nice lavender scent throughout the otherwise kind of dingy-smelling seaside town.
Hell yeah, that's what I meant to do.
Okay.
And I'll walk up and start looking at the scrolls like nothing else happened.
Woman who's changeling, or at least presents themselves as such, half human, the changeling complexion underneath the outline of where it stops in the middle. Greetings, traveler. You seem an odd choice for a shopper of such fine magical scrolls, not looking particularly magically inclined yourself. Is there something I can help you with? Are you here for perhaps a gift for the lady, a much more powerful wizard, I can tell?
Actually, I'm just here to speculate. Spell scrolls are great for using in the heat of battle to save one's own energy, but they're also a great form of investment.
Well...
If I had more time, I'd stop and tell you about crypto scrolls, but...
To the moon.
Tess
Get
groans
bucks
and
up.
pinches her head like, I can't believe you got in on this scam.
Let me tell you about NFT, non-fungible scrolls. That's where the future is. It is not a Ponzi scheme at all. And she kind of looks around. Well, you are in luck today, sir. As you notice, these are only on the finest of vellums with the most magical of inks. To simply cast this to rid the world of but one displacer beast would be a disservice to all magic kind. These are for the discerning connoisseur.
My passive investigation is 25, but I can also roll a check if you'd rather. Can I look these over and just see, like, how much of this is bullshit?
Yeah.
Would you like to roll, or?
No, we'll take your 25. They're legit. They're legit scrolls. As nice. Yeah. She's more salesman, upselling than con person, if that makes sense.
Got it. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been like a sketchy.
Laying
so
it
far.
on thick for the sale. She thinks she got one on the. Thinks she got one on the hook.
So but she is trying to like up the price based
Sure,
on the quality
and
of the paper.
you know, she's preying on him not being magically inclined to kind of just be like, hey, look at this thing. It is this is the Ferrari of.
Am I correct in thinking that the paper wouldn't necessarily affect the power of the spell?
Probably true, but also
Yeah.
if you got it, flaunt it. So like really nice vellum's probably like a wizard flex.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Is it paper or vellum? Because Gibbs concerned about vegan reasons.
These are definitely vellum, cruelty free. Yeah.
Good. Sustainably sourced,
Yeah.
free range.
recycled.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's
power word kill, just bang.
Tess
magic
leans,
surge, right? Yeah.
Tess leans over to Banquo like, well, I mean, it's a nice cosmetic, but it's realistically not going to increase the power of the spell. Just to give you a heads up, you probably know, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, she picked absolutely the wrong target, giving the Banquo knows more about scrolls than anyone I know.
Yeah, it's just us being like, hey, we know you're full of shit.
I perused the selection. What she have?
She's only got 3. She has dominate person, hold person, and one that appears, she's got all of her wares out in front of her. One of them, like, very prominently displayed on, like a little pedestal. I don't know what you display a scroll on. But it's behind her. She's like, I have these 2, and then the big one back there that I would be worried about letting loose something so intrinsically world changing to the less magically inclined, if you will. No offense, sir.
Oh.
So what is it?
You've at least got to tell me what it is.
That right there is the spell. It brought down a Tarask in Icewind Dale. It brought down a...
Is it Wish?
A dragon back in the Age of Conquest. That right there, power word kill.
Get out of here! Really?
Absolutely. I would not engage in disingenuous sales practices. I appreciate, and you too, sir. Your reaction tells me you too appreciate the power in that scroll right there.
That's true. I do.
Absolute
but I'm
game changer.
broke as shit, so...
Let me get this straight. You only sell enchantment school scrolls?
I have
These
specialties.
are the ones I could procure from, let's say, less than reliable vendors. And as she says that, you can see her kind of dart her eyes around, looking to see if anybody's listening.
And I'll just ask, how much do you want for the whole person?
Have I mentioned this gorgeous vellum, sir? I mean, look at this. This could
I'm
be
actually
just...
allergic to vellum. I was going to have to work around that.
This could be just... Then what better reason to display it on your wall for all to see? Not only your wisdom in choice of scrolls, but in discernment and ability to purchase a beautiful marquee scroll for your own house, sir.
Yeah. How much?
500 gold.
Yeah. I'll just turn around and walk on.
Is displaying scrolls a tradition here in this fine town? Or does it?
It's
It is quite unusual the relationship this town has with magic, to see such a fetishism around scrolls.
it's an emerging market based on regional availability.
See, so the value has gone up, and so everyone's trying to cash in.
Indeed, as inventory has risen, so have those wishing to sell, as well as travelers, such as yourselves, willing to make the trek to our sometimes less than desirable side of the world.
Tell me, are the locals softening on their opinion of magic users?
Oh no, it is still dangerous within the city and absolutely forbidden. But we believe in the personal liberties of those, that the only person to be able to stop a bad person with a scroll is a good person with a scroll. So we have believed to make this as easy as possible, to make sure that every good person in the world is equipped with a scroll, and therefore there will be no bad people ever, and it is the most sound logic to ever exist.
Even if that scroll is maybe framed on a wall in another room, when it could be most advantageous to have it for use.
I think you keep a little axe next to it to break the glass.
Right, in an emergency.
Do you have any bump stock wax?
Oh yes. Do not tell the states. We're afraid that Fae, being the tyrants that they are, will step on our little snake, and we won't be allowed to exist as we have for hundreds of years.
Why does Tess always run into the Magas?
Yeah, they're the tyrants, but you guys have all these archaic laws about magic use in your city, which definitely holds up. I see the logic.
Yes, for only outsiders can see our hypocrisy. To us, with our heads up our asses, it makes total sense.
Yeah, once I'm inside the city and can see it, the proverbial walls of the asshole, yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
Second arcane right, y'all. Be proud. If we are not in the market for safety, if you care not for liberty and to defend your friends, then perhaps I will find somebody more patriotic who cares more about their companions, who is willing to purchase this to protect the people that they care about.
Well, let me ask you. We've noticed when magic is being used in this area that some interesting side effects happen. Do the scrolls provide any safety against this?
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Okay.
Oh no.
These really are vanity items. All right. Manny, looking around, just because, okay, I see her table. Are there any tables that would have, like, she seemed to specialize in enchantment? Is there, like, a conjuration table?
Everybody just seems to have a couple of scrolls. She looks, you look like you may be interested in self-defense as well as protecting the life and liberty of your companions. Is there something specific that you are looking for that I might be able to point you in the correct direction?
Well, I was thinking about a scroll of Hero's Feast.
Ooh, an interesting, selfless. Unfortunately, I don't know anybody here that would sell something like that. That seems a little.
Is there
too,
kind of a cap to your power for creation? Niche.
It's just kind of antithetical to our existence. We're not here to help so much as be selfish and use buzzwords to achieve that selfishness.
This person's very self-aware. That's
No
weird.
shit. We only sell scrolls of murder hobo.
I follow Banquo. I'm Tess just has been back 5 minutes and already her brain's short-circuiting.
The Feywild was way better than this, y'all. And I don't even know how that shit works.
I was hoping to
better.
find some scrolls of invisibility, for those times I need to invisibly defend myself.
Why, yes. I believe Artemis over there, and she's gonna point to a purple-skinned tiefling across the way. I believe Artemis over there has something along those lines.
I'm surprised they don't consider that too cowardly.
Almost I'm using it for defense and not offense.
I mean, greater invisibility maybe, but regular invisibility is really only useful for running away.
Getting jump on somebody.
Yeah, but like,
There's
or
a
you could just-
there's a line of Uvalde, Texas police officers trying to buy this spell right now.
Dude, I saw some comments on one of the videos. Someone was like, "Oh no, those poor babies," and then someone replied, "Yeah, and the children too."
Yeah. The meme where it's like a cop standing outside with the Punisher as his phone wallpaper is nothing more than the greatest opinion of who cops think they are versus who they actually are in the world. So yeah, Artemis kind of like waves, very enthusiastic to make a sale. Yes, I thank you, Bethis, for sending us the business. Always great to meet patriots keen on defending themselves and their loved ones in the name of freedom. What type of freedom can I bring to you, good sir?
A freedom of the illusionatory.
Yes, and he's gonna reach under his table and pull out like a satchel, like Tavarin is carrying. Almost long, cylindrical, almost looks perfectly designed for holding scrolls. And he was like, I just got these in this morning, kind of rooting through it. And his seemed to be all the same, very nice material. The penmanship almost seems identical inks. These are the top-end artisanal scrolls that Bethis was talking about. And he just keeps producing them out of this bag. Yes. We have invisibility, minor illusion, major illusion. What can I do for you?
Definitely invisibility.
Yes. Am I good? Let's see here now. Looks like I actually have two.
How much each and how much for them together?
We'll do $750 for the two. 500 each.
I'll go ahead and just do one for 500.
Very well, sir. Just enough to protect yourself. Get the jump on him. Leave these as bait. Love it. Beautiful. Brilliant plan. Some alpha stuff.
Yeah.
Count out the coins. Very, very good, sir. And I would remind you, if you were not aware, please do not cast that within the city walls. Magic here is quite unpredictable, and we would hate for something to happen here.
Sorry, with your accent, all I heard was cast this in the city walls.
Does that kind of back up? I'm not one to, to rob you of your freedom, sir. And if your freedom costs me my life, then that much the better.
That much the better. But no, I'll cast it outside the city limits.
Yes, bring freedom to not here.
I will spread freedom.
Spread it wide, sir. Eagle cries every time you use the word.
We're not doing phrasing anymore. We broke grass.
While all this spell scroll stuff is going on, can Umdar have an aside with maybe one of these market owners and ask for directions?
Sure. Where can I point you to?
Yeah, so I guess the first person we talked to that had all the blow ups, all the really cool killing scrolls, before we walk away, say, hey, I'm looking for a soothsayer or a dream teller.
Ooh,
Do you know?
probably down by the
Find one.
docks. The sailors here can be a superstitious lot. But I imagine that they'd all want a blessing or a vision before they head out to sea to know whether they'd be safe.
Do you recommend anyone reputable, or is there maybe?
There seems to be a newer. He calls himself a seer. That just has been here for the last couple of days. I believe they were traveling somewhere, and something has prohibited them from leaving. So I think they're offering their services in exchange for some money while they wait to fix their ship.
Do you know the name of their ship?
I do not, but it's the very large one. You can't miss it. Crewed by a bunch of tieflings down at the dock.
The one.
Oh.
Can I see the sails from where I am?
Yes, it's the largest ship. You can't miss it, sir. Because
The one with the green sails. Okay.
they're
Okay.
actually black, sir. But yes, those
all
right there, the very very large ship.
All right. I will perhaps inquire at the docks if I can identify this person. One more question.
Sure.
Have you seen anyone matching this description? And I give her the description of the wizard that is supposed to be escorting us, or that we're supposed to be keeping an eye on.
She looks at it, and is it like a well done? Is it like a physical thing, or are you going to recount the description?
Yeah, I provided a description. There's
Okay.
some crazy guy acting crazy.
Like your third descriptor in. Yeah, Solarian. Yeah, he's almost always running around town somewhere.
Is he keeping himself out of trouble, typically?
Yeah, for the most part, keeps to himself. Doesn't violate the magic rule, and for the most part, that's all we kind of care about.
Manny, if I can interrupt with a quick question. Are you saying Teleron or Telarion?
I can't. My handwriting was really bad when I wrote it.
I'm pretty sure it's Telarian, like ION.
Because that was...
No, that's why.
Just
Because
to-
you got me on that. It's Theadrin the Traveler.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that makes more sense.
Yes.
I've been the whole time,
Theadrin the
like,
Traveler. 'Cause I don't-
conspiracy
I don't-
theory over
yes.
here.
No. Theadrin the Traveler, not the name of the dragon.
Glad we cleared that up,
Yes.
actually.
So
Yes.
I gave her the
Something.
description of Theadrin. And
Yes, yeah.
Theadrin's. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't violate the magic rule. Probably running around town right now. I haven't seen him all morning, but for the most part, I can't go a day without seeing him.
If he's a regular, I'll just want to make sure that he's keeping himself out of trouble. I know it's a sensitive territory for his lot.
Sure. I think he respects the limitations. Being a wizard of his power, he knows.
Does that track? I kind of like raise an eyebrow to the party. Are we talking about the same guy?
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, all right. Thought I remembered a little bit more reckless, with more wizard energy. But all right, guess
I don't know about reckless, certainly
Chaotic wizard.
enthusiastic, eccentric, maybe.
sounds like he's well known around here, and someone else is keeping him out of trouble if he's not able to control himself. But I need to get down to the docks at some point later, some point before we leave here. So keep that, just so the party's aware.
And as everybody kind of stands there looking around, Banquo shopping for scrolls, Tess composing conspiracies because I can't read my own handwriting. Umdar asking for directions to a soothsayer. A black-skinned tiefling in all black cowl. It's going to slide up next to everybody. Psst. You want to make some money?
Do we recognize this tiefling from a different city we've been to?
No.
I didn't think he was a black-skinned tiefling.
Not his crew was all tieflings.
Oh, well, you and I are thinking of different tieflings.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, not the yeah.
Black Bart's crew was all tiefling, so when he said that, I went,
Yeah, actually, that would add up.
Banquo will not even skip a beat and just respond. How much money are we talking?
Thousands. And like in the most like conspicuous way of trying to not be conspicuous. And kind of just like walks like 3 steps over from where they greeted you, as like that, you know, means privacy. And like already sets up for the huddle. Nobody's body is in position, but the arms are up, like waiting to huddle.
So it's a trap.
real quick, Manny, before we move on, would I be able to find either a scroll of heroism or preferably calm emotions?
Not in this town.
I didn't think so, but it was worth checking.
Not in
Trying
this
to
town.
end some more encounters before they start.
No, we face dragons, and they have frightful auras.
I just thought maybe you were feeling peaceful.
No. I mean, trying to, but it's Clamorjack 2.0 out here.
Nah, that was still worse.
There's only one of them, though.
Banquo will
No,
just. I'm sorry.
that's all.
We'll just kind of look at Umdar, give Daemion one of these shirt, like. Guess we're in a trap, or are we just gonna ignore it?
Yeah, who cares? Maybe we'll actually just take his money.
Absence.
Worst case scenario.
Gibbs over here kind of like thinking to himself, he goes to his buddy, he's like, why if magic is banned in town, why do we need to be escorted by a wizard?
Because this is a mageocracy.
But this is a pirate town.
And
he's just having a really hard time with this.
Even the pirates are wizards.
Would summoning a familiar that, like, being like, yo, come here, with a familiar already cast, would that be likely to kick off wild magic?
They would have made you put it out before you walk through town.
Okay, gotcha.
Haha, my familiar's invisible. Fuck you.
Yeah,
I mean, can't
yeah.
all familiars be invisible?
No, it's a special thing from the warlock.
Oh, yeah.
Is there kind of ask the other magic users in the party, like, is there anything actually for a town that says that there's no magic allowed, how are they enforcing that? Or like, is there anything that you can sense about this place that
No, I think it's just for
walls?
for the greater good, since any spell has the potential to cause massive destruction.
Right, as we all know, people like this are very worried about other people around them.
A lot of people close
No,
to
they're
town.
worried about themselves. They don't want to be standing there trying to sell you a scroll and suddenly you erupt in flames and burn their stall down.
Raz, do you remember COVID? Nobody's worried about
Or
themselves.
turn them into a shell, or turn themselves into a sheep.
Fake magic.
Yeah, why did they sell me the scroll of burn down your stall if they didn't want me to burn down their stall?
They believe it. They believe in freedom, my friend.
If you're expecting consistent logic in fantasy Texas, you're playing the wrong game.
Lone Star Realm.
The backwards realms. So your tiefling's still sitting there, like anticipating, seeing if anybody's gonna bite.
I don't think Tess is comfortable to fully go into the huddle, but she'll like stand near it if it forms.
They're gonna kind of like, as you get closer, they're gonna kind of form up to make it easier to get you into the huddle.
No, she's fully backs
Oh,
up.
Banquo's just
So,
gonna go
That
so
doesn't
this
freeze.
guy is trying to sell us an opportunity to make some money. Is that?
Yes.
Apparently, we haven't really gone farther than that yet.
all we know.
And I looked at him.
Tell me more,
Well,
friend.
This is what we've truly seen as an emerging market in the unique industry of spell scrolls. It is absolutely a seller's market right now. All scrolls of all kinds, of all vintages, of all schools of magic can be attained if you follow these 5 easy steps that I've laid out, and as well as if you could grab 3 of your friends who you would also like to prosper in this, and only through group activities can we all grow.
What is this city? My Facebook feed? What is going on?
Guys, I don't want to be in this town anymore.
I'm about to cast duct tape.
Is the temple in the center of town like a big triangle shape?
No, I think it's
Yeah,
probably
it's
some
got
type
an
of multi-level
Out of it.
market, maybe.
That's a
Oh yeah,
reverse
is there a
funnel.
second floor in here?
Yeah.
He's not trying to pickpocket anyone, is he?
No.
I'm not.
I have been waiting for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
sorry.
go into business for myself, so I will not be engaging in your pyramid scheme.
Very well.
Oh.
Poverty. Some of us just choose poverty. Who wants to make some money? As he kind of like turns into town crier, like making their way through the market, giving their really shitty ramshackle spiel.
Yeah, considering he doesn't look particularly wealthy, I have to imagine that his scheme's not worth a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah.
It sounds like he was reading straight off of the recruiting PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has a whole garage full of scrolls just ready to be.
Yeah, no doubt.
I got
You're just encouraged to, use the scrolls yourself in the first year.
show everybody what a scroll lifestyle is like.
I just follow the prevailing wisdom that if somebody found an easy way to make money, they would never tell anyone else about it.
Yeah, dog. No, I'm gonna shut the fuck up about it. I'm gonna be rich doing my 35 minutes of work a day.
I like that in like the metaphor of this town, scrolls are guns. Ergo, this guy's multi-level marketing is based around guns. Texas.
Yeah, no, Texas.
Shoot go knife. Shoot go guns.
Shoot, go.
And you
Oh,
see
man.
him off
That
in the
takes me back
distance,
to
like attempting to
high school
make
job
his
hunting.
like sales pitch, turning town crier, like just accosting people in the street, trying to make their pitch. As everything kind of settles down, the 2 hooded figures by the gate to the large building, just adjacent to the market, seem to pay him quite the mind. And you see him look at each other, and 2 more appear really quickly from out the gate and seem to head in the direction of the business opportunity individual.
The entrepreneur.
The self-starter.
God, do they sell anything in this town other than scrolls?
They eat them too, I think.
Doesn't look like it.
That's
At least not in the market.
I'd
place
be
sucks.
curious to see if there's anywhere we could listen for rumors. But maybe
Yeah.
if we head
I
down
was
to
like-
the docks.
We just passed an inn.
Yeah. Didn't
The
have
docks
done
are
a
also good too.
bad.
Sailors are gossipy lots. Especially if you buy him a drink.
I think
Is
you could-
there the inn? Is that where when we passed the inn, did we see some of the what might look like sailors? Did we smell any sea salt and fish? When we
No,
passed
the
by
inn name is much more just to it being a seaside town, not necessarily its proximity to it. It's not the inn's going to be number 4 on the map. You're going to be at 2. 6 is the large building behind you with the hooded figures. 5 will be the docks.
And stopping at the inn hasn't done us wrong so far. Just a couple more headaches here and there, but I'm for it.
I'm always up for an inn. In for an inn.
You.
How much time has passed since we left the mansion?
It's probably getting to be about noon.
Good. So Gibbs hungry again. Could use a bite.
Missed 11sies, heard. All right. Yeah,
I'm the hobbit here.
you make your way up to the inn. You see some people coming and going. Clearly, they look like they have some sense about them, so you would imagine they are travelers like yourselves. And the ones leaving seem to leave with quite the pace about them, wishing to put as much distance between them and this batshit insanity existence as possible.
I like him already.
And as you make your way in, there is a Goliath tending bar in like essentially plate armor, like Goliath-sized plate armor. They barely fit under the beams of the tavern, in between the posts supporting the structure. You hear them clanging, the metal knocks things off the bar. As they go to turn around as you come in, they knock like a couple more things off the bar. Shit. Welcome, come in. It's been a while. Travelers don't usually stick around here too long. I don't know what it is about this place that just makes them want to leave. The place is great. It's everything this country should be. And we always say, if you don't like it, you can get the hell out. But welcome to the Stolen Seagull, the only inn and tavern here of Byzanter. What can I have for you? Want some rooms? Something to drink? You hungry?
Gibbs looks around. I could eat.
Ah, very good. Come on, have a seat. And goes to like clear a spot on the bar and knocks over like 5 things. Shit. Sorry about the armor. You know, all these wizards running around here. I don't want something bad to happen to me because one of them sneezes.
Tess very quietly under her breath says, "Oh, I bet they don't season their food here." But follows.
Banging into stuff. Yes. What about the rest of you? Come, sit. What can I get for everybody?
I'm sit at the bar.
Like, tries to wipe up, like, all the stuff that they've spilled on the bar. And, like, shit, sorry about that. Just, you know, you could never be too safe here. This town. You just see they're awkward. It almost looks like it's a couple of pieces of plate armor, like, composed together to make it fit the Goliath's proportions. No, alright, very good. What can I get everybody? Food for you, sir. Alright, very good. And, like, goes to turn, knocks over some shit.
I'll just take a simple lager.
Huh?
I'm all set.
Yeah. Are you the only game in town?
I'm the only honest game in town.
Gotcha. Weighing the option of like, is this the best we got, or should we go to a sketchy place?
How bad does starving suck?
I'm gonna just slip some rations out of my pocket. Just nibble.
And as you ask questions of the bartender, you hear like a kind of commotion of somebody turning in the great room, and like thundering footsteps coming from the other room. Oh my God, it's you! I cannot believe that you are here. In this deep, enthusiastic, thundering voice coming from the other room. Heavy footsteps like padding towards the bar as whoever it is running to you at full speed. And on that, we will take our mid-show break. We'll come back and get to that. It is currently 8:45. We're going to take about a 10-minute break and come right back. To everybody watching, as always, thank you. And more importantly, to everybody playing, thank you for being here. I really genuinely missed this, so I'm glad that we could do this. All right, it is 8:45. We're going to take about a 10-minute break. We will come back and we will find out who this mysterious figure in the tavern is. So we'll see you on the other side. All right, we are back from our real-life short rest. The party finds themselves in the town, the seaside town of Byzanter, meeting some less than, I don't know, just the dumb citizenry of the world. deciding to take a respite from stupidity, they have headed to a tavern. Began to sat down, ordered some things. Gib, forever hungry, got some food. A couple of others are sketched out by the town. When a familiar, deep voice and thundering footsteps from the other room cried out, "I can't believe it's you," comes running in, and another Goliath dressed in full wizard regalia makes his way into the tavern room. I can't believe you're here. Oh my god, like, invades like personal space, like starts hugging everybody. Banquo, Daemion, Tess. You're here. Are you here to check on all the things I can do? Wait. Let me show you the spell I just learned. And like he kind of sets back and
he doesn't know magic.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Remember.
starts to.
I'm gonna watch, and if he does start actually casting, I'm gonna grab his hands, be like, "Oh, it's so good to see you," but like, can I do an Arcana check on what he's doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically to see if you make the cue.
Oh, 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rough
That's
start.
exactly.
It's a rough start. Kind of stumbles over some words. The cadence is just all over the place. But eventually he kind of gathers himself and gets together. And just as you see, Tess, you're a wizard. You can know, basically the ignition point of a spell. Like the second that thing looks like it's about to turn over, you see this just unbelievably like proud look on his face. The Goliath behind the bar just turns his back and kind of shields his head. Grab his arm. Oh, I didn't get to finish the trick. You should see it. It is great.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, we have so much catching up to do. Like, let's sit and talk.
I would love to. I have to get back to my master. He's going to be so thrilled that you are here. Please tell me you will stop by and see him.
Oh, good, Daemion. Because we've got. Somebody else should take over.
We'll have to make that one of our stops. We haven't really gotten our feet planted on the ground here in town yet, so I don't want to make any solid plans and then have to uproot them. So, but we'll definitely see you around.
Okay. Yeah, it's just it's so great to see you. I have learned so much since I last saw you. I cannot wait to show you like all the spells that I have learned. Do you have time for just one? Can I just show you one real quick?
The lightning caller, they don't really like magic being cast in town here. You gotta be careful. It's like more than where we met you.
Right. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm used to being out at sea, with Master, and we've been kind of cooped up here for a little bit. I don't know what's going on with the boat. But
the least you could do is introduce Gibbon and I to your friend.
We were so close.
Oh, yes. I'm Lightning Caller. I am a very good friend of these three. We met a few towns back where they helped put me in touch with believing in myself in a town where they hated wizards. And I found my master, and I have learned so much.
Tell me, does your master have a name?
Black Bart.
And Black Bart's here in...
Yeah, we're down at the docks.
Town?
Something's wrong with the boat. We've been sailing around, and we get around here, and suddenly the boat stops working, or it caught fire. I don't remember.
And Black Bart's your master. Is he teaching you?
Yeah.
Magic?
He taught me this, and he starts to like wind up for like another spell, like hold still. And the
Lightning caller.
Lightning caller.
sorry. Oh right. Oh jeez. I'm so excited. All the stuff I've learned. He's such a great teacher. It's incredible. Look,
Is he teaching? Has he taught you any lessons since
Oh.
coming into port?
Oh sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
This guy doesn't-
I'm not really the best student for as great of a teacher he is. So he's taught me stuff. Have I learned things is another kind of question.
Manny, with that Arcana check, what spells was he about to cast?
Dancing lights.
Got it.
par for the course.
So
He wanted to make the shiny.
one last question, Lightning Caller. You're
Yeah.
here. You're here on one of the sailing ships. What? Do you happen to know the name of the big one with the black sails?
Oh, that's our ship. That's Bart's ship.
Is that it's called It's Bart's ship?
Yeah. Just says it right on the back.
The Insport ship.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't even doubt it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That tracks.
It changes names every other
I'm
week.
amazed that the market tender that I spoke to could not remember the name of that ship. It seems so
Well, if
iconic.
you don't know Bard,
I
guess
don't
we don't know
think
Bart.
they've met Master. He's kind of set up shop at the docks, trying to make as much money as he can. To
So
repair
Captain Black Bart of the It's Bart's ship.
of It's Bart's
if you
ship.
don't-
Yes.
Of It's
We
Bart's ship.
are the crew of It's Bart's ship.
Okay.
if you don't know Bard, it's just called its ship.
Gib is
Fair enough.
ordering another mimosa from the bar because he is not following
Okay,
this.
you're not. Okay, you're
Well,
not.
I guess do any of your sailor companions visit the Seer since coming into port?
You want to see the seer?
I would like to see the Seer.
I can make that happen.
You can see the Seer and tell the Seer to see me.
I can have you come see him. I can get you to cut the line. He's been quite busy. I would,
Eh.
yeah.
All right.
It's
Well,
the- it's
just
the
tell me
least I could
when
do.
and where. Just
I-
tell me when and where, and I can.
Just make your way down. I mean, you can't miss me. I mean, look at me. Just
I guess
flag
I'll-
me down, and I'll get you right in to see him.
Yeah, if I don't see you on the streets, I'll look for you on It's Bart's ship. And
Sure. Look for the gang of tieflings.
Dang it, tieflings. Okay. Are they? Do you guys have a uniform or a patch or something
Uh,
that we can recognize you by?
They are their uniform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have to be a
Yeah.
tiefling to be in this gang?
Just for the crew of the boat. It's an aesthetic choice.
But you're
Oh,
not,
I don't crew the ship. I'm just Master's apprentice. I'm a
Okay.
wizard in training.
Is Master a Master Bart? Is he a tiefling as well?
Oh no, oh no. He's quite the dashing, swashbuckling man.
Half man or full man?
Like full man,
Oh wow.
beard and everything.
All right. You've been very helpful, Lightning Caller. Thank you very much for your time.
I'm so great to see old friends and just knowing that we're all doing such great things to have positive impact on the world.
Yeah.
It's
You
great.
fit in here. You should think about sticking around.
Oh no. Oh no, this place won't let me live to my full potential. You should just see the tricks I could do if it wasn't for, thankfully you were here to remind me. But the things I could do, this town can't handle me.
Not sure any town can.
I have quite
One of a kind, lightning caller.
We believe in you, buddy. And then Gib just shoves another forkful of eggs in his mouth.
quick slap on the butt. Yeah, we believe in you. Nom, nom, nom. I believe in you through my breakfast. He's gonna. All right. Well, it was great to meet new friends of old friends. And to look at Umdar. Whenever you're ready to see Master, come on down and we'll get you right in.
Wait, I thought you were gonna have me visit Seer.
Yes, Black Bart. It's his temporary traveling vocation, as we seem to be stranded here in town.
Oh.
Black Bart's the seer.
Well then, you're full of surprises, and yes, I will make sure to send word as soon as I'm ready.
Very well. I must go. Master's going to be so excited. It was great to see you all. It was great to meet you. All right, man, I'll be back later. And he, waves to the bartender, and the bartender's just like, oh, go away. All right, I'll see you later. And, thundering steps out the door, just barges out the door. And you can even hear, the heavy footsteps, as they carry on down the street.
I wonder if Bard kind of switches up school focuses sometimes. Because seem more on the illusion side of planes. I don't know what that bestial is.
Umdar.
Are you familiar with Black Bart?
Oh yeah. And I don't know what the hell you need to see a seer for, but you'll be lucky if Black Bart can divine the insides of his own eyelids.
And
There's
well, yeah, I'm confused about Lightning Caller. Is he actually able to harness energy? Magic?
He was about to. It wasn't going to be powerful, but he was on the verge. Okay. Yeah, like that's. I wouldn't have stopped him if that wasn't going to be a thing.
Do we think that did you know that he was apprenticing under Black Bart?
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't really have much say in the matter.
Did you recognize the ship when you saw it in harbor?
Did we see it in harbor? I don't.
I could see the sails. From
from the market, you could probably see it poke. Like I said, most of the houses are one story, with the exception of the inn, the large building just adjacent to the market, and then one very large building like along the shoreline. Everything else is pretty much one story. So,
would you have recognized it if you had seen it?
Maybe.
Familiar with it?
I've seen it the once.
Banquo was no seaman. Go ahead. One sail's as good as the next, as far as he knows.
Yeah. Any port.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Robin? Before I
don't remember.
Made you laugh too much.
So, yeah, a little bit, and that hit the ADHD in just the dumbest spot. Last time we saw Black Bart ship, Manny, it was like pretty, like it had not moved in a long time, right?
No, it was there when you got to town, and it was there when you left town, as far as you know.
But like I remember in the description, like a lot of the ropes were like maintained, but if I remember correctly, it looked like it hadn't shifted in a while. I could be remembering wrong.
Was he stuck in town then too? Like he's stuck here? Because he's kind of waylaid here too. For some reason, he's not able to leave the harbor.
I mean, if he does have magical stuff going on, like anything, it would be harder to do what he does if it's magically related in a spot where wild magic is a thing. Like it wasn't in. It was the last time we were in Thar, Manny. Or was it a different
Volatilar? Was that the town? Yes.
Volatilar. That was it. So, yeah.
So I guess my other question, Umdar is kind of picking your brains because she's not encountered Black Bart or this Lightning McQueen fellow. So what is it? Is this Black Bart just a totally disreputable hack that doesn't deserve any attention, or
he's batshit crazy?
Yeah, he's crazier than a shithouse rat.
Like he is certifiable.
I think that there is something that is really hard to see about him, and I don't know what it is.
For someone who has so centered a mind, it's puzzling to come across someone with such a disordered headspace, and Umdar's curiosity is piqued.
I think you kind of have to see him to really understand the chaos.
That sounds like a ringing endorsement to walk down to the docks.
I don't know. Okay. I mean, we have like a kind of a. I'm just saying, like we have some things we are here to do.
Yes, perhaps we should get to those before I waste any time with disreputable pirates that are batshit insane.
Yeah. Can we like start asking around about anything weird? Like, there's always something going on, right?
We can try to kick things up, and if we can't find any leads, maybe we can go play Black Bart a visit.
I don't know. I'm still ready to fucking head towards that big plume of smoke that I spotted the other night, because this place is... Yeah.
It is very that.
Agreed. This place seems like a wet blanket. And, something potentially interesting, maybe potentially slightly dangerous happening out there along the ridge. Folks might be in danger. It seems
Yeah.
like the only danger here is some overpriced scrolls and some pyramid schemes.
I will just kind of flag the bartender and just kind of. So what's the news around town? What's the weird stuff that's been going on? It's always something.
Not so much weird. Just the Thieves Guild's really. He's gonna kind of look around. The Thieves Guild's really grown powerful here. Kind of pushing the wizards to the wayside. Eventually, Fae is not going to like a non-wizard run town in their nation, and there's not even an illusion that the mages are in charge. The Thieves Guild runs everything. Ever since that mansion opened up, they've set up shop here. This is the biggest town closest to it. They sell what they can, they put the rest on ships, and they sell it to God knows who.
Well, if the thieves are worried about the magocracy, they can just capture the courts and invalidate their power.
They're worried that some of them might not give honest answers during their initial hearings, and even more worried that stupid people would believe them, Susan Collins, that they actually were being truthful.
Do you think it's possible that these Thieves Guild, they stand to gain from this inability to freely use magic more than most?
There's not a lot that can physically stop them from doing what they want. A group of non-magical thieves, bandits, and murderers banded together against a bunch of what? Wizards without any abilities? Merchants? Sailors? Who's here to stop them? As long
Are the
as
merchants
the
and
wild
sailors' lives a bit worse off under the Thieves Guild?
the merchants know, the sailors are in and out. The merchants have new people coming in. This town is flooded with people. Nobody comes to Thay for obvious reasons. Now, this town is busy. This used to be just a little port town. Stop by, get some food, get the hell out. There's nothing over here. The far end of Thay itself. Too far from the real power to be stopped. And even if the wizards of Thay came here, what are they going to do?
Especially with the wild magic.
They're the strongest group in the nation right now. They can do whatever they want. They go out, they rob the mansion, they rob other people along the roads to steal the scrolls from them. They sell what they can here, put the rest on ships. Who knows? Waterdeep. Aaron's Rahu, who knows? But if I was you, and you didn't have any business here, the Thieves Guild sees you, they're either going to put you to work, or they're going to kill you.
Do you know if Black Bart is working with the Thieves Guild, or is he just a fence?
I doubt it. He's been here for a month or so. His boat just kind of drifted in to the docks. Almost crashed. Set up shop. I don't know how reputable he is. I've only met him the one time. Seemed interesting. I don't know what he's doing. It might just be a hoax to drum up on suspicious sailors. Give them some fortune, send them out to sea, let their mind decide whether he's good or not. But by then, he's already got their coin.
turn to the others and say, do we care to do anything about this?
Art? Or in general?
The Thieves Guild? I don't
Well,
know.
I personally don't condone stealing and robbing and general lawlessness, but we are only 4 now, 5.
And some of us not able to safely.
Well, what we can't knock over a whole town.
Cancer won't.
Oh, I'm up for a fight, and he just stabs like his last sausage with his fork, and just like But
Initiative.
do we want to do that, or should we continue onward?
I think it sounds like if they're not careful, somebody else is going to kind of deal with that whole egg. I wouldn't mind stopping by. Bart's at least compelling. I wouldn't mind stopping and seeing if there's anything to what he's doing, or
Yeah.
just gonna. But I know we're on a clock, so my curiosity doesn't.
What direction is the smoke in?
East.
Northeast of here. Hold on, let me put the.
So overland.
Let me put the hex map back up. All right.
Yeah, it was along that ridge.
Yeah, it's going to be the second group of.
I'll
Like,
turn
over-
to the guy.
over in here.
I'll turn to the guy and ask him, the Thieves Guild, have they been around longer, or has the wild magic effects, have those been around longer?
They've always been here. This is a pirate haven and kind of a renegade nation. So it existed. It existed more as a shipping company. It made sure that things got off of one ship and onto another in the same network. But as far as actual thievery in this area, not until the wild magic popped up and they realized that they were unopposed out here.
Okay. Oh, there goes that theory.
So if I'm reading the map correctly, the smoke is coming from somewhere along the shore, along the coast, northeast of here.
About right. Oop. About right, yeah.
So pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's overland. There's no reason to get in a boat to go there.
So, if you guys are legitimately concerned about the way things are around here, it sounds to me that the only thing that is keeping the Thieves Guild in power is the magical weirdness that's been going on in this land as of late. And if our theories are correct that that's come about because of what it is we're seeking, the best thing we can do for these people is to continue on our way.
May I make a suggestion? Because we're not going to take the time to do this ourselves, but perhaps our representative of the Lord's Alliance here could pen a letter to Gwendolyn, letting her know what's happening in this city. And if she sees fit to send someone else to clean it up, then it's not our problem either way.
Yeah, we tried that once.
Are you talking about me?
Yes,
When you say-
yes, ma'am.
Oh, I think you may have misunderstood my role with the group. We haven't spoken to Gwen since the whole Clamordrack incident. So it's been a bit.
Yeah, that was the
I'm
last
not
time we tried.
representative.
That was the last time we tried to get her involved in what was going on in a place, and the only thing she cared about was
Did she
taking
give-
over.
Yeah.
Did you hear back from her, or did she ignore your?
We spoke to her face to face.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps I'll try to grab her attention on my own. It's only been a short number of weeks
luck.
since I took the mission. So, DM, if it's okay.
You were given from Lady Gwendolyn basically a message spell that goes directly to her to check in or for any reason of emergency communication anywhere in time. You were also given like a little trinket that allows you to be teleported back to the great room of Neverwinter Castle, which is like where she receives people.
Okay.
So you have those two means at your disposal at any time.
So is the message, you said emergency, or can I use it just for like a...
For anything you would like. It is just a direct communication that each one of you have that should you individually want to reach out, you are able to freely wherever you are.
Okay.
Here.
I will go ahead and send a message that...
That's magic. That's magic.
all right, I'll start penning a message, and as soon as we're outside the walls, I will send it. But we can wait till we're at that point.
Do you need to write down a message to use
No.
the sending spell? Okay.
He's
It's just
drafting
therapeutic
what he's
then.
gonna
I'm
say.
drafting it because I want to make sure to leave out certain details and include others.
Don't end these sentences and any prepositions.
Yeah,
To whom it may concern.
I don't
Shit's
don't
fucked.
use no double negatives.
Get
and all
wrecked.
that.
Dear Lady Gwendolyn, get fucked. Sincerely, the party. P.S. All right, so we're blowing this bastion of freedom.
So my intent on asking about the timing of the Thieves Guild was I was just wondering if it was possible.
That they're
That
the
they-
reason.
Yeah, like they got a hold of some magic device that makes it hard to use magic. Oh, we can rule the city like this or something.
Let's go take over the Magocracy. What are those nerds gonna do?
But the timing doesn't seem to support anything like that. So
Yeah, no, their strength is a byproduct of the wild magic.
So I'm thinking go see Black Bart or go see the smoke. We need to investigate something.
What would you all like to do? We're gonna go see Black Bart down at the docks, or are we gonna head to the smoke?
We could peek at the docks on the way out of town, but I'm not too pressed about it.
I don't really have any urgency in speaking to Black Bart. I'm curious. My curiosity is piqued, and the next time we cross his path, I'll probably insist. But I've learned enough to satisfy my interest for now.
Under different circumstances, I might be more interested in seeing him, but not in this place.
Yeah.
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 Because
Might run into somebody else who wants to talk to us.
it's just a bad idea right now,
He
I
might
think.
just cast magic just cause.
Yeah.
That's true. We can kind of, hey, look at the shiny light with a lightning
Yeah.
collar. I don't think anyone can do that with Black Bart. Yeah, Robin very much wants to do it. Tess is like, yes, but probably not.
I can go for a smoke.
Yeah.
All right, let's set this up.
We'll find Smokey the Bear, man.
Or was it Smacky the Frog? Is that the fire safety prevention representative of England?
Is that true?
According to Mitch Hedberg, it is. So I don't know whether it actually is.
That's concerning.
There's a
What was
Mitch, Smacky.
It's a Mitch Hedberg
I think
bit.
it's Smacky the Frog. It is a Mitch Hedberg bit. Is it actually the fire safety representative of the UK? That
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I love that bit.
Reddit post, I was disappointed to learn that Smacky the Frog isn't really the forest fire prevention representative in England.
Oh, Mitch Hedberg lied to me.
Shocking, that.
So you head out of town. Umdar forewarned enough about the at least potential chaotic situation that Black Bart could be, and deciding to err on the better nature of potential help. You guys are going to head out of town. You're going to see just a flood of people coming through the gates. Every one of them seems almost assigned like a wizard chaperone and an escort. Some of them you've seen just make their way in, make a purchase, and make their way out. Wizard leaving them at the gate. And as you make your way through the gates, the end of the traveler stands there, just mind his own business, kind of standing there. Very well. I suppose you are done. If you don't mind, it would be great if we could head off on the final leg of the trip to my house. I really appreciate you keeping me company and safe from those monsters. But this last little bit, we should arrive a little bit after the midnight if we travel straight through. If not, I can put us up in a great place that I've heard of along the way. But if you'd like, I insist. Let's be along.
Is it in the same direction? Yeah.
Yeah. We're just going to keep kind of hugging the coast as it gets a little narrow between the plateau and the water line.
Tight.
Yeah.
Did you get all your shopping done, Deandrin?
Mine was more about seeing some people I hadn't seen in a while. We were once very close, grown distant of late, and I just wanted to check in.
Did you head down to the docks or somewhere else?
Oh no, just outside of town. They're farmhands here. They've chosen a simpler living, and I respect that, and just wanted to see how they were faring.
Can I insight check him?
Hmm?
I'm just trying to get a read on this guy. That makes it 2.
He's talking in common to you. He seems to know who you are.
He appears to be a wizard.
Yeah. Seems to be engaging in most of the social protocols.
It appears to be some sort of humanoid.
Yes. Sounds coming out of his food hole.
Alright, let me log in.
Very well. I don't know if you heard it. I don't think that I did either. This plume of smoke over here has been going for about a day or two, and I'm quite curious to see as to what it might be. And instead of looking like in the general direction of the smoke in front of you, he seems to really be peering straight up into the sky.
Well,
Is he trying to walk at the same time doing this?
Yes.
The prevailing logic would dictate it's a fire.
He's staring straight up.
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Just somebody probably set off an errant spell or wasn't thinking, or who knows. But okay, let's go. That's fine.
Banquo will sidle up to him, and as he's looking up, look up as well and say, "What are we looking at?"
Just, I can't tell with these clouds. I can't just see. I'm looking for something. It's probably nothing.
What time of day is it?
It's about afternoon. Faye is covered in like a kind of like eternal cloud cover that obscures the sun, so it makes it hard to travel. It was part of a hex crawl concept until they found the river and then just followed the river, ending the hex crawl.
Didn't Gibb see the stars last night when he was
yes,
praying?
it does clear at night.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Very important. It does clear at night. So it shuffles off this plume in front of you as you proceed for a couple of hours, probably about 2. You get there and it's not like kind of created and floating off like something that's on fire. It's not gray or black like something's burning.
Has Umdar sent his message yet? Since he was waiting for her outside the city walls. Or her message, rather. Apologies.
No. the message is more or less going to say that in my travels to meet up with the contacts you gave me, I came across this scroll activity, a massive criminal organization selling and marketing scrolls, it seems, in some illegal fashion. Please send the Alliance to investigate.
You gonna send it?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a D100, please. Hey, your first time. I remember my first time.
And probably only,
Yeah.
monk.
93.
Ooh.
Ooh, that sounds juicy. Oh, interesting.
Yes. In a very She-Hulk kind of way, you are actually going to grow large, which... Let's hold on to this for a second. Okay. So...
Hey, Umdar, can you carry this? And then
Yeah,
Gib just kind of pushes
as your message spell
pushes the Andron forward.
sends off, you're going to find yourself grown to now 10 feet tall. You're going to be able to see a lot further from the higher perspective. And as you do, you will see something's not on fire, that it looks like where it's gathered up and the kind of particulate in the air, it looks like a rock slide. Something crashed into the earth near the mountain and is, all the dust that's been expelled up into the air. It's obscuring. You don't really see what, but it's at ground level, and you just kind of put the color of the rocks together and discern that it's all this kind of debris as if something crashed into the ground. And as you get a little closer...
It looks like we're dealing with some kind of dust cloud. Maybe some collapsed part of the cliff face up ahead, or something has crashed into it, but it's not smoke.
Yeah, but why, if it was just a dust cloud, why would it still be there, like, over a day later?
Manny, you said that Theodrin looked at the sky. Could I do, I don't know what kind of check, but Tess has been dealing with stars a lot lately. Could it be is a meteorite a known thing in this world?
Yeah, it could be.
She poses that theory.
Give me a nature check. We'll do that for your constellations.
Ooh, so Gib hears this. He hears Tess talking about maybe a meteorite, and he goes, "Oh, stars!" Like, yeah, let's talk about celestial bodies, and then he gives her the help action.
Oh. That was way worse. I rolled a 13 and then I rolled a 3, but thank you. That is a 23 total.
Okay. You've had a chance in the Dragon Vault for a kind of odd duration of time to study the skies, and you would have seen things like comets or, kind of fast-moving things through the cosmos. You haven't seen any, even kind of in the periphery of your, the grand view of the sky you've had from within the vault. You don't know of any to be, in the area.
Okay. I share that with the group. Well, here's my theory, but also it doesn't really line with the information. It's probably nothing.
Where we go? Okay. As you make your way closer and closer to the dust cloud, everybody give me a perception check or your passive perception if that's higher.
Passive is 16.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll it. 24.
21.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
I should.
Everybody 20 and higher as you make your way towards where the dust cloud kind of starts. you're going to hear what sounds like two voices arguing. One of them is going to be exceptionally deep and like percussively deep in the chest when you hear it. The other one is going to sound very, very familiar.
Familiar to all of us, or maybe just some of us?
To all of you. And as you make your way into the cloud, the first thing you're going to see is a crashed sky castle belonging to cloud giants. Just the whole thing, just smashed into the ground, just having fallen from the sky. Amongst the debris of the crashed sky castle, you will see two cloud giants, one of them kind of surveying the damage and what's left of their smashed castle. The other one standing just outside of the debris, arguing with a familiar looking face. Let me just adjust some things here real quick. As it looks like another wizard, exactly like Talaran, dressed like Talaran, standing there arguing with the cloud giant, as the cloud giant insists that his kind is the reason why their castle has crashed.
You mean Theodore? Is Talaran someone else? Or do you mean
The traveler.
Yeah, the traveler, thank you.
Yeah. Got it.
The wizard.
One with the clothing books in his library.
Yes.
Yep.
I see those books in your library weren't merely academic.
Oh no. What good is research without applying it practically? So yes. Unfortunately, there is a limitation that we had to kind of embrace in order to not disturb things like the laws of reality. So most of us are not aware of our status, and we just refer to us as brother.
So, are you implying you're a clone?
Oh no.
So who's...
I am the real thing. We got a little out of hand with the cloning. It started as a way of multiplying the ability of research to do. Just got a little loose, and now we're everywhere. That's who I went to see when we were in town. I went to see a couple more of my brothers who are farmhands now. And this is another one, and you know, I don't know what the giant is upset about, but it would be a shame for something to happen to him. And this one's gonna head out. Oh, my giant friend. My giant friend, yes.
Manny, I did not. Okay.
Oh,
Talking to me?
I got you.
Thank you.
Giant looks awfully confused, seemingly uncertain of, the exact deal. What trickery is this? No trickery. There's just a lot of us here. A lot of wizards. in a roundabout way, yes, but also no. Look, we're clones. It's just a thing. I'm sorry. Giant's like completely perplexed by this whole thing, but you can see them just kind of getting enraged. Points at Umdar. Why do you travel with these small folk?
You know, I look up to them.
Such a terrible choice of words.
The giants once again kind of look at each other.
We should maybe talk him down.
We will speak to you, for your wisdom can rain down upon these insignificant creatures. The wizards of this land are responsible for the destruction of our castle, have been in our dynasty for generations. It is the symbol by which we display our strength. If you think that this insect is going to bring down generations of my line, you are mistaken. All of you are mistaken.
So this conversation's gonna get real awkward when Umdar shrinks again.
We just got here. I don't think we formed an opinion.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
For the next minute, you're already back to size.
So Gib is gonna come up at the end of the trial and be like, "Is this true? Did you crash their castle in the sky?"
Me personally, no. This is a land.
I mean, you in the plural sense.
Seemingly devoid of magic of this land. Their castles are magically powered. It simply ran out of power, and gravity and physics actually destroyed it, aside from what I may say was a poor choice of route.
The fuck is physics and gravity?
Tess starts explaining both those things. Despite
How
the
long
situation.
Have the giants been able to avoid navigating through this territory in the past?
This land falls under our domain. We were coming to inspect the peasantry when we crashed.
Well, how were you not aware that your own domain has befallen this kind of magic scourge?
Our domain stretches thousands of miles. To know what happens in one section of an anthill asks too much of the giant.
Anyone here know giant law? Or like giant maritime law?
Big right, small wrong.
Yes, I took Giant Maritime Law 101.
Where's the salvage? What's the salvage on this house?
Great, that's all we need, a
Yeah,
pre-law in the party.
Don't we have squatters' rights because they haven't shown up?
Rules lawyer.
Manny, can I roll a history check to see if I know maritime law?
Banquo will
Giant sky
whisper
castle
out to y'all,
maritime.
"Hey, we're trying to move forward." And I'll check to see if the wizard is also moving forward or if he's just standing there.
No, he's moving. He's got an interest in looking out for himself, but not himself.
His other self.
Yeah.
He's finding himself.
Yeah, he's making sure to look out for number 1, and number 2, and number 3, and number 4.
12.
Number 1 squared, number 1A.
So Gibb's gonna yell out, and he's like a bigger guy. I mean, he's not, giant size, but he's gonna try to stand up as tall as possible and be like, we appreciate you giants for your history and your culture and your guidance, but clearly we don't need to resort to any violence in this moment. We can all just sit around and try to figure out what to do next.
Yeah, we can find solutions to this.
With all of the power of this wizard or that wizard or however many wizards are amongst you, can you restore my birthright?
I mean, I'm a builder by trade. I can, I'm no doctor, but I can take a look.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
There's your problem.
Escort you to the edge of the bay to have one of maybe your parents could pick you up.
Oh my god.
Are you the only survivor here? Are there not other people that rely on you? Your leadership?
The giants are going to look at each other. We go where we please and do as we may.
Fair.
As is a giant's right, of course. But what would you have us do in this moment?
Whatever it is, whatever great feat your insignificant existence can muster to restore something beyond anything you will ever imagine to achieve, should you live to be 1,000,000.
Yeah, but might need you to do a little of the heavy lifting as we go, big guy.
A lot.
Can I do like some kind of check, just to kind of figure out, all right, what kind of work is this gonna need? What was the creation of this basin? Was it like a creation spell, or was it like stonework and then levitated, or?
It is quite
It's gonna take a bit.
It's quite the complex operation. This is not just like a stone structure on an island enchanted. Everything about this is imbued with ancient giant magic, going back probably millions of years. This is a Ming vase that fell off a 3rd-story building. Yes, I can put it back together. However, it's nature. It's more than the sum of its parts. Even if you found every single piece that didn't turn into dust when it's smashed into the ground, it's still gonna be, gonna look like you taped it back together.
Manny, I would like to use my divine intervention
Okay.
That's real cool.
to restore the castle.
All right.
Oh.
I
Good
love
luck.
that.
Nope.
Can,
I got an
I-
87.
out of curiosity, can that inspiration he got be used on any roll?
Ooh.
God, I'm serious this time. If you want to use it, yeah, go.
Yeah, I'll use it. Do that again. Ah.
Can I use my
Yeah.
boon to have him re-roll the 3rd time?
Come on, God. Kumbaya.
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright.
Go ahead and roll one more time, then give.
Yeah. Oh, alright.
Well,
One of these days I'll get it.
I guess you better pick up some masonry tools.
Yeah.
To whom it may concern, Daemion's starting to get a little twitchy at all this, you insignificant creatures kind of talk.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, because I know Daemion pretty well, I'm just gonna kind of lay a gentle hand, on his calf. It's about as high as I can reach when he's on the horse, I think. Just hang on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll
Um,
also cast Vigilant. Well, it's just an action. Vigilant Blessing. myself advantage on.
Is it a spell?
No.
No, it's just an ability. Feature.
He's just trying to break the habit of saying cast.
Yeah, yeah.
Mood.
Banquo will start doffing his shield and getting ready to load hand crossbow.
I'm gonna start trying to talk shop in like pretty good layman's terms with the cloud giant, and just like, all right, so I can see like this is a marvel of architecture. This took like this, and this to build, and I can tell how old it is. Like this is a big loss. So let me tell you a little bit about what it'll take to fix, and kind of start getting into like, hey, here's what's affecting magic right now, and we can't really get to trying to fix it until magic's fixed, which is what we're trying to do. And like, hey, we're just applying on like the really sorry this happened, and just getting him to understand like this is an act of nature, and it can be undone probably.
I care not for excuses, for the horse cares not why the fly bothers them, only that they do as they are commanded, or that they perish. And he's gonna
What I'm saying,
he's gonna step on the ground real loud. The clouds are gonna get even darker, and I'm gonna need you to roll for initiative, please.
Manny, really quick, can I make a persuasion check against him?
No.
Okay.
No.
I guess.
Time.
Here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh wait, I have advantage.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Be
much
nice.
better.
Damn.
I rolled a 7 and then I rolled a 19.
I also got it.
Gib, what'd you get?
11.
Oh, Daemion.
11. Banquo.
19.
19. Daemion.
Blackjack.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice.
Tess.
Blackjack +1.
Ooh, okay. Umdar.
Hell.
13.
Okay.
The D4 from.
Which does mean I must.
Alright.
$1, Bob.
All righty then. They're going to stomp. They're going to scream, "Restore my birthright or perish." And Tess, he's going to have cut you off, roared in your face. And as such, you have decided that this is going to be the moment when you are going to act for just rudely shutting down your attempt to rationalize and help him understand.
We can't fix it if you're yelling at us. They're just going full like,
They're not very smart.
when you have like a terrible client, like and they're like, well, I don't like how it looks. Okay, tell me what you want fixed.
Yeah,
like,
no. I deal with that all the time. We can't.
Oh
the
man,
listener's nightmare.
I have such a story, but we don't have time for it right now.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and
Think
label
real
them
quick.
too, just to help you. Boom. There's number 1, and that one's number 2.
I can't do that. I didn't expect to go first. How close am I to this ball? And then publish this up. In a wild magic zone, does the level of the spell impact anything, or is it just
Any spell.
any magic?
Any
Okay.
spell.
Right.
Even cantrips, it's quite frustrating actually.
Yeah, and I think, yeah. My arrow isn't gonna do a whole lot. Ow! I'm an idiot cat. Sorry. I'm trying to figure this out, and I have a distraction of like pause every 5 seconds. I'm just gonna go ahead and cast an aura of vitality because, hey, at least then I won't have to cast a billion healing spells. I am gonna step over here before I do it, though. Just I'm gonna take half my movement to get over here, and then I'll take my movement back, just so I'm not drawing all that magic down.
Okay, so
everybody.
you are going to cast a spell, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is gonna be D100.
I have to roll to see if you trigger it. The odds keep getting worse and worse as you get closer to the mansion.
Cool.
Yes, so yeah, go ahead.
27.
Ooh. I'm saying ooh like I have any idea like what these numbers correspond to. Like, ooh, sounds spicy. Prime number, nice.
All I know is 7 is bad.
27 isn't prime.
I
That's
don't know
odd.
what
Yeah.
27 is.
For the next minute, all your spells for the casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action. Cool. Ooh.
Oh, this is good.
Ooh.
This
Now
is
we are in the
fun.
risk reward sense.
Yeah, but you have to double down.
Yeah,
You
and
really
you can't,
can't.
Go all in. Cool.
can't cast action spells.
And then I'm gonna move on back. Actually, I'm gonna move over here. I think is within my range. Let me double check those. Oh no, that's far. Okay. Are we going by the squares or going by the ruler?
By the squares.
Okay.
Everything's actually to scale for this one.
Nick made a good point. The way that's written, you can only cast your action spells as bonus actions.
Yeah.
So,
That's so weird.
All
So-
of your spells.
have to be done. So that means I am basically open to do like melee as bonus shit, or not melee, but
You can use your action for other stuff because you can't
Yeah.
use it to cast spells right now.
that's interesting. That's really interesting. All right. Cool.
Lots
Then
of helping and hiding.
Dodge and I was like, you can dodge
Yeah.
and cast as a bonus action. You can help and cast as a bonus action.
yeah.
Dash, disengage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my action, and I don't really have a good bonus action here, so I'm just gonna vibe.
All right, feeling pretty good. Feeling mad efficient about my potential casting for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
What does the Aura of Vitality do?
As a bonus action on my turn, I can it moves
Use
with
somebody
me
to
and,
heal for 2d6.
What's the range that we need to be? To
30
you?
feet.
Okay, cool.
But I can move around just fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Tess is back. Everybody hug Tess.
Mhm.
Now you're gonna get your huddle. All
Oh my god.
right.
That's
Tess.
what the tiefling was really for.
It's called foreshadowing, Robin. That's how we do this. Tess, anything else?
No, I don't have anything that I can use as a bonus action yet, so
Okay.
yeah, I'm good.
It's always next time.
Well,
All right.
wait, I could cast a cantrip now. I'm. Oh, that risk reward. Fuck. That's real rough. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a mind sliver on him.
Okay.
Because
Which
he's
one? 1 or
stupid.
2? Oh,
Number
shit,
1.
yeah.
'cause he's the big-
Shit, yeah, they
right
are.
there.
Oh, they're not
Um,
stupid. They're just not as smart as I thought they were.
Int save is 21.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
And let me know if I need to wild magic. I figure like, hey,
Okay, hold on.
let's
let
make.
me fail this save first, and then let's do this one at a time. Okay, so we failed the save like we thought we would, because with a +1 modifier, I need to roll a nat 20. All right, so let's do the mind sliver, and then we'll. Okay, hold on. Let's just see if you're going to trigger it. Actually, you don't, so
Yes.
you're good. Go ahead and roll. Or what? Yeah, roll the damage, I guess.
That is going to be 12 points of psychic damage, and it needs to subtract 3 from its next saving throw. Tess is thinking, all right, if somebody else is going to need to use magic, let's make it count.
Okay. Whew. There's going to be 3 from his intelligence score. I was like, Jesus, hit him with a brick.
No.
Okay, cool, very nice. Anything else?
No, that's my full
All
turn.
right, Daemion. Big, tall, beefy people telling you you're insignificant. Fresh from a town full of idiocy. I'm sure you're just having a day.
Yeah, we're not having it. No thanks.
Thanks, I hate it.
Is the Traveler beta taking up arms as well?
No, he seems to be. Well, he looks the same. He does not seem to be like outfitted the same. This one just seems to be like a more emphasis on Traveler, not in the metaphorical title sense, but like literally kind of making his way from point A to point B.
All right. In that case,
and even if he was, what's he gonna do? Punch it?
yeah, I was thinking about doing this anyway, to be honest. Oh no, that's right. I don't have that ability anymore. Subclass change. That sucks. I was still thinking like a Vengeance Paladin. Because he still is one at heart.
Yeah, he's still angry.
Alright. In that case, we need to move over probably here-ish.
Are you gonna hit him?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit him.
Take a nat 20 on that.
Hell yeah, I am.
Oh, that is so problematic for you, Mr. Giant.
Oh, it's gonna get real.
Oh no. Let's see.
Are
That's.
we gonna smite some wild magic table?
What do you mean? Smite's not casting a spell.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh.
No, just use his spell slot.
Oh, shit.
It's the only thing I can do with my spell slots these days. So I'm a little more trigger happy than usual. So let's see. That's going to be 4d8 plus whatever this is, plus math. That will be 77 damage, sir.
The giant might not say it aloud, but it is definitely reconsidering a lot of its choice words and the words insignificant in particular. After just absolutely getting waylaid. You're on peduncle too, right?
I am.
Okay. Roll by what? Like slashed at its knee or something?
Yeah, hamstring him.
Okay.
You know? Achilles tendon, maybe. You know, I don't know how tall he is. We'll reach something nasty.
Yeah.
Take his knees off.
And with my second attack,
and then
let's see, 29 probably hits.
it actually hits twice.
Wow. Pathetic. Just for good measure, we're gonna do it again. Because he really did just make me mad. So that'll be another 20. Oh no, I missed 2d8 on the last one. That's gonna be another 29. Let's see, how much did I miss?
Hey, Barlock, who'd you go to? Oh, gee, nice.
We'll just add it now. Let's see. And another 14.
Okay, so this round total was, or the new number is what?
Just add 29 and 14.
33. Okay. Wow. All right. This giant, like I said, is definitely internally reconsidering its words. It's just deep, guttural screams of agony as you just wail into this thing are going to reverberate off the plateau and just kind of spread out along the ridge. Do you get a third attack?
No.
Okay. All right. I was just going to say, I was like, bro, simmer down.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
not playing a fighter today.
Okay.
I am going to use my bonus action to get a spell slot back. just in case I need to smite him some more.
I'm gonna smite this bastard. All right. Very nice. Anything else?
Nah, I'm happy with that.
Okay. Banquo, you are up.
All right. Banquo will, having previously put away his shield. Yep, there we go. He will draw his hand crossbow, and he will fire an ordinary non-magical hand crossbow bolt. 21 to hit
Yes.
for 7 damage.
Okay.
And I will hold on, see what the initiative. I will call out to the others. Let's see, Umdar. I will call out.
No, I'm sorry, but remember what we were saying in the chat earlier? Talk shit, get crit.
Yeah,
That's exactly what happened.
there we go. Talk shit, get crit.
And it was very much Tess being like, not yet, not yet. Okay, kill.
Yeah. And yeah, so I'll give the bardic inspiration to Umdar, and that'll end my turn.
Okay.
A D10.
I'm sorry.
Is that a D10?
I believe so at this level. Double check now that you said that.
Last time
Yeah,
it was a
D10.
All right. Very nice. All right, Umdar, it is in fact your turn.
Okay, Umdar is going to run up to this giant boy here and is going to use her entire appearance is going to become grim and dark and frightful, and she will exude a presence that causes the giant to contemplate taking a step back. So he's going to make a wisdom saving throw in my frightful presence.
Which he takes 3 away from.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Ooh. It's going to be a 13. I mean, I'm quibbling. It's not going to
Okay.
matter. I was like, I can't.
Yeah,
imagine
so he is frightened of me and can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turns. And I will use a breath weapon attack.
Fear. I don't have to run away. I just can't get any closer to you. Yeah.
And I think frightened, you have to try to go away.
Yeah, it's while frightened, a creature must take a dash action to move away.
Oh, okay.
So it's frightened, not fear.
Frightened that I see is disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you're in line of sight and can't willingly move closer to you.
Oh, okay.
But-
No, I'm
Okay.
looking at the fear description.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
You're right,
yeah.
Robin.
I can't
Thank
move
you.
any closer. Okay.
And I'm going to use my. Umdar's going to open her maw and spit out a line of fire. So the giant will need to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's going to be a 6.
Okay, so it'll be 3d8 fire damage. Oh wow, that's a sweet roll. 8 fire damage.
All right.
And then there'll be a couple of punches that are going to burn Atmo as they move toward you, surrounded in flame. 2 punches. Okay, one of those is gonna fail unless a 12 hits.
It doesn't.
24.
It does not, but it's not too far off.
24 hits then.
Yes.
And it'll be 7 more fire damage.
Okay. As you come in, Fists of Fury, after being shot in the knee, slashed up by the angry paladin, the giant's just going to kind of collapse, like under its own weight and the points of impact from everybody's attacks, and it is going to fall dead. Boom! Big cloud of dust like kicks up, obscuring everybody's vision just for a second, as it falls dead.
Nice.
Umdar, you got anything else?
That's it for
Okay.
Umdar.
I was like, monks are just, I just wait for you to tell me you're done. All right, Gib. One giant has fallen, the seemingly maybe a little more vocal, a little more sassy one. The one that was much more just kind of being upset that their house got smashed is what you have left before you.
Yeah, so Theandrin 2, what's going on with him now that the giant fell?
Just kind of standing there, kind of lost, moving back a little bit as it falls. Doesn't want to get hit.
Okay. I think it's not going to be too sexy of a thing, but Gibbs just going to dash forward. Oop, hold on. Let me actually measure that out. So that, okay. Yeah, that's all he's going to do. I'm just kind of, he's in full plate, so he's going to try to get himself in front of, or between the giant and
you're all full from all you've eaten today, too?
That's right, it is full plate, and he had a lot of coffee earlier, so, stay back.
You might want to go before you think you need to go, because I can't imagine getting out of that plate's going to be easy when it's go time.
Yeah, so dash is an action, but it was a bonus action. I'm gonna shift.
Oh.
Yep. So, he's just gonna run up, and everyone's kind of behind him, but they're just gonna see like all this like black coarse hair just like puff out, like around his neck and head. Yeah.
All right.
So it's going to be very bear-like.
Oh, I have a bear for you. That's where that bear came. I was like, why the fuck do I have a bear token? Where'd it go?
I mean, he's still good. He doesn't turn into a bear. He's just shifting into his werebear form.
Oh, I was like, I thought I had one. Oh, well. There's a little bear token if you want that. All right. All right, that's going to be it. It is now going to be the lone giant.
Did I scare him when I shifted? Is he running away?
He's definitely taken aback. This is not going. This is not going as the giant bullies expected. Nobody's paid tribute. They thought they were going to get some bones to make some bread later, and this just is not working out as they expected. In its frustration, it's just going to kind of look around. It's going to pick up a piece of debris, and it's going to chuck 2 big boulders at Daemion for a 14, which I'm going to guess is no, and a 31, which I'm pretty sure is going to do the job.
Is it worth the silvery barbs?
Oh, I was muted. It's hard to say,
Yeah.
At least you're within my aura, though. So.
Yeah, I'll let the guy decide. Yeah, the silvery barbs.
I think it might be too far away.
60 feet? Maybe. Oh.
Yeah, it's too far away from you. And me.
Because I measured it out earlier, and I was like, "Fuck! I should have moved further during my turn."
Yeah. Oh well.
All right, so now we're gonna let the
Yeah.
rock smash. All right, let's see what we do here. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. 5, 12.
There, there.
Excuse me. 21 bludgeoning damage as she's gonna hurl 2 pieces that remained of his living room that he's very sentimental about. He had like his kid's like art project on it. He threw it at you. And that's going to be it for the Giants. Giants. Back up to the top with Tess, who is probably going to move closer to be able to do some things now.
Yeah, for my bonus action, I am going to hit Daemion with... does he still have the full healing thing?
Alright, thought I was muted again. Yeah, no, that's basically always on.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if that changed with Subflash. Cool, then take 12 points of healing. And she's just gonna pull out a bow and take a shot at him.
Okay.
Light crossbow to be specific. 22.
Yes.
I'm not the heavy hitter here. I rolled minimum damage. 4 points of damage. I just sneezed on him. Damage is not my roll. It's fine.
So it kind of like the cat scratched you.
I should have done an 8 another or something. Oh well.
You want to take advantage of your wild magic?
I already did my action and bonus action.
Oh.
I healed him as my
Cool.
bonus
Sorry.
action.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Cool. Tess, anything else?
No, I moved. I bonus. I act. I sneeze. That's all.
All right. Daemion, I imagine we're gonna get Peduncle involved. Yeah.
He's gonna have to focus on moving quickly,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Oh.
So, no hooves.
Damn it. I wanted to see like how Peduncle's trying to stop a giant's gonna go.
Just kick the kneecaps.
I was gonna say I was like buckle the kneecap backwards or something.
All right. Let's see how we do against number 2. I was really hoping he was gonna run off and piss his pants, but he threw rocks, and that's no fun. And I bet a 30 hits him.
Yes, it does. It hits him twice and some.
All right. That'll be 30.
Woo.
One more time. Pretty sure 25 hits. Ooh, those are pretty good. Ooh, those are very good. 25. 40.
Wow. Okay.
Don't make him mad, because then he stops thinking about resources and just fucks you up.
Not managing anything. I'm casting fucking slash. Alright. Anything else?
Yeah, let's get. Oh wait, no, I can't. That's already done. Let me just double check, but I don't think there's much of anything else I can do right now. Nope, we're good.
Okay. Alright. Banquo, it is you.
Alright, Banquo is going to run back here, make sure he's a little bit further away from his party, and he's going to say fuck it and do a double shot of Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So it'll be 2 castings. And one's a crit, so that's worth it.
Okay.
One's
You're only going to need to roll on one of them.
Okay. Let me roll that for you real quick then.
The guy has 1 hit point left. Is that what just happened?
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought he meant one time on the wild magic.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
so that's for the first Eldritch Blast. That's 2 crits and a 17.
Okay. Yes.
The second one will be a 12, a 23, and a 23.
Alright. The 12, no. Everything else, yes.
Bro, you crit twice?
Yeah. That's going to be a total of 73 force damage.
Okay. It's going to go flying back into what's left of the castle wall. chest caved in, smashing through some of the remaining, barely supported walls, and come down crashing dead. Silence is going to fill the area. The travelers are going to greet and make sure they're both okay.
But did Banquo turn into a sheep again?
Yeah, I was gonna say the wild magic was a 46.
He cast levitate
Okay.
on himself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so I'll just activate my winged boots and just walk while levitating.
Okay.
Must go. His people need him.
Yeah.
Rise.
All right.
So now you guys get to deal with high Banquo.
Study high, take the test high, get high scores.
Get high score.
Fucking love that movie. All right, so Banquo, you're gonna what? Kind of float a couple of feet off the ground.
Yeah.
But what? With your winged boots, you're just gonna like
Walk forward.
try to be natural about it, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just be cool. Walk.
Fly casual.
Yeah. I don't know. Fly casual.
Suddenly everyone thinks they're in a Bethesda game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I clip into Daemion.
Yeah, two years later, it's still glitchy as fuck. As you take off and begin to, you still like using like regular like locomotion, right? Like even going through the thing.
Only because I have the winged boots.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'd be stuck.
As you do so, it looks like you begin to disturb the ground ever so slightly with you as you begin to travel. And as you do, the disruption to the ground continues, eventually kind of coalescing into two little kind of vortexes, and out of nothingness pop two more gray renders. Illithrax will have its tribute as they lounge at Banquo, and obviously
They lounge?
lunged. Oh, what's up, man? Bro. Lunged. Thank you. Because I would have carried right the fuck on and had all you've been confused. So yeah, needless to say, as they pop out of the ground, that's where we will leave it for today, as they go lounging at Banquo, feeling like he needs a break and insisting that he sit down.
They're hitting me with a lounge chair.
What's this? Abominations with the lounge chair.
Yeah.
Wait. Maybe this isn't so bad. What are they abominating? What's wrong with them? They hate discomfort? That sounds perfectly personable. I love this
That's
monster.
their ring name.
Grey Render used Lazy Boy.
Yeah. I cast Adirondack Chair. All right. So I'm glad to have been back. I think we had a pretty successful session. A little bit of everything. More than anything, I am thankful to these amazing people for putting up with me every single Wednesday. You saw them play some just amazing characters. Every single one of them today exhibited like a lot of the character traits that they gave to me on paper, and it's really fun to see. And I'm thankful to have seen it. Behind these great characters, they're even better people. We're going to do a little bit about themselves, and then we will get out of here. Thankful to have had tonight. Let's start with Tim. Umdar, I wish I had read the spell better and had you at an opportunity to interact as a 10-foot orc, maybe catching the eye of what seems to be a lonely and potentially monastic living storm giant, to no avail. So we're getting a little closer. We went into town. On a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed are you didn't get to see Black Bart? And then tell us about our good friend Tim.
Umdar is... she just learned that her favorite person potentially exists, and she hasn't gotten a chance to meet with them. So on a scale of 1 to 10, she's close to an 8 or a 9 on the disappointed scale. But as far as who I am getting ready to take Eric here on a bachelor party weekend on Friday. So that's kind of where my head's at. So, Eric,
Are you the one getting married?
prepare your liver.
I'm getting married.
Congrats, buddy. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good
Thanks.
for you. It's a lot of fun.
Good shit.
Yes.
I did a couple years back. It's all right.
Yeah, whatever. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Social
It's just
time-
one weekend out of my life. It's no big deal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna have a great time with my friends. I should get married all the time.
Yeah, right.
There's other stuff too. Awesome. You guys have fun. I'm excited. I got a bachelor party coming up too as well very soon. I think we're gonna go to Dragon Con in Atlanta. So looking forward to that. Tim, as always, buddy, it's great to see you. I'm glad we all got
Thanks so
together
much.
today.
I had a blast tonight.
Awesome. Nick, so Banquo, once again, hounded by these gray renders. Just, I don't know, tricks are for kids, man, and they won't leave you alone.
Yeah.
So how is this getting annoying yet?
Well,
And
he's definitely glad that he is levitating right now, since these creepy crawly monsters just exploded out from the ground underneath him. After me lucky scrolls. And he's definitely feeling that this is the direct hubris of him taunting Ilthrax, but it's part of the game. He this is just what he does.
all right, and tell us about our friend Nick.
Nick is a longtime player of yours at this point. I think it's safe to say about a year of one-shots. Not every Wednesday, but at least one Wednesday a month for the past year, and many months twice. Have really enjoyed this time playing with you and playing with everybody here in this game many times over the last year. And yeah, I just really appreciate this opportunity because it's been a really fun campaign.
Glad I missed you guys. All right, Daemion, all your frustration at the inherent stupidity of town, taken out on this giant who was just aggrieved that his house had crashed. Some big numbers, man. Like really impressive stuff. Feel
Look,
good?
I don't care that he was having a terrible day. That does not excuse the blatant cloud giant supremacist bullcrap that was coming from that guy. I just had to deal with Fantasy Texas. I'm not dealing with the frickin' Cloud
Nazis.
Flux Clan.
Yeah. Cloud Thugs Clan.
Enough.
All right. Yeah, and then tell us about our good friend Daemion.
Yeah, similar to Nick, we joined the server about the same time. And I think we ended up feeding into like an endless feedback loop where we both continued to get more and more into D&D and your one-shots because we were talking to each other. And now it's been well over a year. We've met all sorts of interesting people, had some great memories, and making some more.
Yeah, Cloud Clux Clan is definitely going in the memories from now on.
Enjoy. That was for you,
yeah,
Manny.
That's my gift to you. That's my dead mouse on your front porch this morning. You're welcome. All right. Thanks, man. All right. Apparently, our soon-to-be groom. So I'll have to take my affections elsewhere. Sad dungeon master sounds. So Eric Gibb, you got a bunch of good meals out of this.
Yeah, Gib just ate a lot in this session. I don't know. I mean, he's like living his best life, but
yeah. Running after
you know.
cloud giants with a chicken leg in its mouth, like yeah. Man,
I mean,
go
all
for
he
it.
had to do was dash 60 feet. I mean, I'd say like for a job, that's not bad.
I'm well fed, and I get my steps in, so good for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Any second thoughts about this so far? You kind of really diving in here, and it just keeps getting crazy. Plus, these things keep showing up to attack your adopted coworker.
I think Gib is.
Bro, they didn't show up at my last party.
Yeah, well, Gibbs surprised to see these things again. He dealt with them pretty handily last time, but we'll see what happens this time around.
All right. And then tell us about our soon-to-be buddy, Eric.
Yeah, well, I hope I'm already your buddy.
Our soon-to-be married buddy. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Words are escaping me.
Yeah, that's happening in a couple weeks. So that's what I'm spending my last remaining July days planning and figuring out and all that stuff. So looking forward to it, and happy that we're back doing this on Wednesdays. It gives me a little bit of time to wind down from work on any given week, which is really great. Having a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. It's good to see you. And last and not least, our prodigal PC has returned after fulfilling their service to a long-forgotten and neglected oath that cursed their entire family for generations. Way to break the cycle of trauma, Tess. Nice job.
Oh, that ain't the story of my life. Hello.
An entire age group. I felt that.
Yeah. I am Robin. I am Bardlock Cafe on pretty much all social media. Been playing with Manny's different one-shots. Sorry, tiredness hit me, ADHD. Almost a year that I've been in the server, and my first couple of games were with Nick and Raz, so it's been a bit here. Yeah. I don't remember the other questions.
I know you're glad to be back, and so for the most part,
Yeah,
we're glad to have
it's
you.
been a bit. Tess really just stepped right into the chaos, and it's good that she had some downtime. Gave her a chance to get used to the life just in time to jump back in the fire.
And your first day out of the Dragon Vault, the Fey utopia that was, you end up in Fantasy, Texas.
Yeah, the fairy
I'm going back
dragon
in
looks
the
like the
vault.
most.
This sucks.
Yeah, in comparison, the fairy dragon that I was chilling with, he's the most reasonable thing I've ever met.
Yeah,
Most reasonable
he's
creature
whimsical
in this
and
realm.
Fey.
Yeah,
Alright,
he's just chill.
Robin, of course, we are glad to have you back. So.
I'm so glad to be back.
But yeah, that has been our show for the night. I want to thank, as always, my players for helping me kind of get through a little bit of a rough time by doing this and just having fun and laughing and making fun of Fantasy Texas. This was absolutely what I needed. So to you guys, thank you. To everybody who watched, obviously, thank you for watching us just kind of be nerds and idiots with each other. We really appreciate it. We will be back next Tuesday for Eberron Tranquility's Betrayal, Season 2 of our long-term Eberron campaign. We'll be back here next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the next episode of Dynasty of Dragons. And also coming very soon to our friend Just the Human's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/justthehuman. I'm going to be running a 4-part Fey wedding adventure over there for them and their friends. Which some of you, Tim at least, would be familiar with. As I believe, Tim, you did the wedding one-shot, yeah? Or the 2-parter? Didn't you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
played a monk in that one too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, that was our first one-shot outside of our first campaign, so I'm gonna run that again with everything I've learned from the first time. But to everybody who watched, thank you so much. Again, to my amazing cast and friends, thank you guys for being awesome. We'll see everybody next Tuesday, and always remember, I love Dungeons & Dragons and the people who play it. And we out! Bye!